Alrighty, chat. Excuse me. How's everybody doing? In first place, we have Flame Emperor Crimson. How's it going, Crimson? We got Chris in second place. And then Nightwolf in third. How are you guys doing tonight? I know I just streamed yesterday, but it feels like it's been longer than that. Probably because of the fact that I haven't done Trails since, like, Thursday, I think. A lot better than you were yesterday. That's good to hear, Crimson. Is it because I'm playing Trails instead of Donkey Kong? Allie, hello, hello. How are you doing? Ugh. Let me just quick stretch. Who is this? I don't know. I'm some random person. Some personal stuff you don't want to talk about. That's understandable, Crimson. We will not force you to bring up anything you don't want to talk about. Thought I was at a Proton John stream? Wow. We beating DK Tropical Freeze real quick? No. I don't know if you went back and watched the rest of the VOD, Chris. No. I think I was on not even the final level, the second to last level for like over an hour. I died over 50 times. Now, granted, that was 100% because I was stupid. I was very incredibly stupid. Beat it? I mean, okay, I'll leave. If you really want me to. One more level and a bot. I mean, yes, technically. Goddamn, Allie. Allie's like, okay, we'll force you to do it. She has more than enough points. She could probably, if she really wanted to, find like the longest game that she can think of and just keep redeeming via points alone until I've beaten it. Hi DJ, how are you doing this evening? Some platformer games can be fun. They're fun, I'm just really bad at them. Like, really bad. Hold on, adding it in, not Princette. I don't know how to spell names, apparently. Jin hates Donkey Kong. Incorrect. I love Donkey Kong. I just hate 2D platformers because I'm bad. Zelda 2 coming up? Is that really, like, the longest game you can think of, Allie? Not even, like, Trails? Because, you know, I've been on this one game for... What episode number is this again? 32! 32 parts. Mostly because this game is really long. With my skill set, yes. Damn. I hate to say it, you're not wrong. Okay, taskbar. I don't know why the taskbar likes to disappear whenever I open up Trails. Hey, it showed up again. Let's do this. Chat, who is that? That's right. It's Reen. That was Reen over there in the frame. I don't know what cover of that song was, but I loved it. It's the instrumental cover that's in the game itself. Alrighty. So, I know I said I was going to. I didn't end up doing my usual domain stuff. Why is my controller acting so weird right now? Like, I'll do something, and then it takes, like, longer than normal to stop. Okay, how do I turn this off and on again? No, I'm not looking to look at the Xbox stuff. How do I turn that off now? What if we just disconnected it by taking out the batteries real quick? Or not even both batteries, just one. Now the game wants to pause itself. Hopefully that's just an automatic thing because it realized the controller wasn't connected anymore. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a normal thing? What is? Me not being able to control the thing properly? Like, normally I let go of the stick. Oh, the menu thing. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. It says the 7th domain. Wow, only one domain backwards. I also should probably be at full CP.
You can count on me for support.
I can worry a challenge battle. Oh yeah, I forgot about those things. Hey, good bot. Thanks for getting rid of the other bot, Sari bot.
You can count on me for support.
Brings up the pause menu so you don't get killed with no controller connected. Fair. That is a very good thing. Now, we'll go ahead and do the 7th domain refight. Because something else has taken over the 7th domain. You're watching Kamen Rider Kabuto and the movie, which was really good? Nice! Good to hear. We'll bring back in Shizuna. If I have to swap her out again, that's fine. Or Nadia. Probably Nadia, more likely. She has probably the worst damage of everybody that's currently here. It is 7th domain. Yeah, 7th domain bounty. I had a bit of spare time in my hand, so I just planted the Guardian of the 7th domain with a new one. I have the slightest inkling you will die. But should you be foolish enough, yeah, we'll do it. Hey, this isn't the normal Guardian. Exterminate, chat.
Be mindful about this.
I can help.
Explain some stuff you see flashbacks in the show. Ah.
Go at it full force.
I'll cover you.
Like how the main character gets his... Does it explain why Mickey Mouse isn't wearing shoes? Those are the most important things to have flashbacks for. Dedicate entire games to learning those sorts of issues.
On to you, Nadia.
Go ahead and recover his CP because I forgot to have him in the right mode. Ow.
Count on me.
How worse the world could have been if the show didn't happen. I see.
Non-stop.
I'll cover you.
Spirit unification.
Can I get back attack on both of you? No, you're at awkward angle. I can't do that. I can still get back attack on at least one of you, though. Let's do that.
Six-fold gales. Don't bother. More to
I can barely hit both of them with my S-Break. Heck yeah. We'll watch it. Basically, a meteor hits the Earth and soaks up all the water where it's a desert and lays alien eggs on the planet. Huh. Interesting.
Luminous flux. Don't bother. Take it from here. She's an ours.
DOC is up.
Ooh, can I also hit me with the ultimate wind on top of that? Yes, please.
Appreciate that.
I should have Spirit Unification before using the ultimate wind ability, but whatever. It's fine. I won't cry too much. Guaranteed critical hits. My day wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty slow at work. For the first time in a while, didn't have much to do for like most of the day, which I was happy about. Ooh, we just get another turn with her automatically. Love that for me. No, I'm not gonna end up with enough CP if I do that.
Activating ZOC.
Apparently, we've used up all of her stuff already.
Activating skill. Think you can break this? Here I go.
I haven't actually seen any Kamen Rider. I've heard very good things about a variety of Kamen Rider shows, but I haven't seen any of them. Not personally, at least.
Activating skill.
You did it for a podcast?
Think you can break this?
Chat, I can't believe that Chris used to be a podcast bro.
Activating skill. Zero form. 2 hours. Think you can break this?
How many turns in a row can we get Shizuna to have, specifically? Actually, this is going to be the last one. I don't know how many turns she had. Like, 5 or 6 consecutive turns?
Now, behold, Cirith Gleam. Think you can break this? Here's the moment. Allow me.
One of these guys isn't even going to get a turn.
Those boots on the ground, service bears. Keep out.
Whoopsies.
There you go. And finish. What the? Boost gauge limiter removed. Into you, man. One skill's coming up.
Brace yourself. Vandalize! Ray!
Heck yeah.
Boost gauge holds more now.
Nay from hell. Chat, he just healed for like 50,000 damage.
I like where this is headed. You're mine.
Yeah.
There! Crimson Leaf Blade! Don't bother.
Damn, you just restored another 50k.
Payback time! Right on time!
I like where this
Lost Mobius. Sure. You're 200 weak to space.
Go all in on him!
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are either of you weak to whale?
Some arts will really sting.
Not explicitly. However,
Where this is headed?
it's still whale.
Yeah! They're down.
Oh, you're gonna do that to me, are ya? Let's see if we can get both you guys.
Go all in on him.
Yes.
There. Crimson Leaf Blade. Arcrot, you got it. Have some more. Don't bother. On to you, Arkride.
Oh, I did not, in fact, get enough S boost there. Or any S boost, it would appear.
Keep your focus.
Now, put on the pressure.
Thanks, Hal.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Take this. They're
I'm
stunned.
here to help.
Yo, they're both stunned? Heck yeah.
You're mine.
Life and death, ever flowing. None can impede my Tachi's course.
Purge, rush. Rage, soar, gleam. Ashen slash.
Yeah.
Luminous flux.
How close are these guys to dying? Pretty darn close, I'd say. Wow.
You're mine.
There. Crimson Leaf Blade. Arkrot, you got it. Have some more. Don't bother.
Get another luminous flux like 3 seconds later.
You're mine.
Life and death, ever flowing. None can impede my Tachi's course.
Purge, rush. Rage, soar, gleam. Ashen slash.
I don't think I can not have a smile on my face even this deep into the game. I still am enjoying most of these S breaks. Yeah, Azure Sunray. I don't know if it'll kill, but it'll hurt.
Turn this dusk into
You enjoy me? Aw, thank you, Chris.
skies.
That's so nice of you.
Azure Sunray. We're done. Just trying.
Damn, 116,000 damage in one hit.
Can't get complacent.
The view always changes the higher I get. I'm on the up and up.
Getting sharper.
Yeah.
Stat 2.
I'm just getting
Gamer. Yo, Crimson Leaf Blade hit level 10. And I don't get an achievement for that. What? Obtained quintet from the slain target.
Great job, you guys. Mira for our efforts.
That's a lot of damage. It sure is, Crimson. And we did it within 40 turns and without anyone getting KO'd. Even though this is already an S-ranked corridor.
Didn't mean to draw so much attention.
Are you sure about that one, Reen? Because you sure did it anyways. Bring you up to level 7. Bring you up to level 7.
Greater heights
Bring you
await.
both halfway to
I'm
level
just getting
to level
started.
8. Beautiful. We'll worry about characters that aren't in Reen's current party when they become relevant. Probably, like, immediately in the next chapter. We also had... Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's go heal up again.
Being in the
Back to full strength.
Back to full strength indeed. And it's in here, not at the
Just tell me
central
whatever
thing.
you need.
Grim Arena, challenge battle. We'll do challenge battle number 6. I didn't even catch what this thing was called, but we'll probably clear it, no problem. Oh, hi! Fighting again. This isn't even like Grendel's Olga, this is just... Oh, Grendel Shin.
Certain arts will be more potent.
Wait, Shin as in Shin Megami Tensei, chat? Wait, this doesn't give... This restores CP, but is not, in fact, a buff itself. Guess we'll try to impede you.
All there is to know.
Rot and Burn are less likely.
For you.
No, Shin Godzilla. No, I'm pretty sure it's short for Shin Megami Tensei.
You do you, Van.
You have 829,000 HP.
I like where this is headed.
Heated Roar.
Here goes. Go at it full force. Stay fast.
Can we turn up the heat?
Try me. Snap to it, Shizuna.
Or hate.
Be unleashed. Here I go.
Ultimate win for extra turns. Why am I fighting Grendel? Because the game told me to.
Go at it full force.
So I'm doing it.
Activating skill. Yeah. Shiki Kagura.
Yo, all stats down. Good job, Shizuna.
Lendigate. Spirit unification.
If only that also increased S boost. That would probably be absolutely busted, but I don't care.
Slow them down. Sixfold gales.
Feel bad for the Grendel. With how much damage I dealt in one hit last round, or last fight, I also feel bad for it.
Go at it full force.
Guaranteed crit with all stats down.
Yeah. Shiki Kagura. Think you can break this? Match me, Reen.
Oh, that's Reen. Reen and Van have very similar icons up top.
I like where this is headed.
Wait, do I just... No.
You're mine.
Got you.
For a moment, I thought that his Spirit Unification just gave him the effects of a level 1 S boost just for free. And I'm like, wait, what now?
Some arts will really sting.
I'm sure they will.
I like where this is headed. You're mine.
Got you. Through me. Slice. Don't bother.
Shield Buster to lower defense. Oh, we don't have any S boost. Boo.
Full force. Shizuna.
This is it. Hundred Demon Gales. Match me, Reen. You're mine.
Got you.
This might even give me enough to get up to 1 S boost. Ow.
Bring it on.
You ready for the mirror match, chat?
I'll back you up.
No more games.
Difference being I get 4 hits a turn. It can do math better than I can. Savage Blade. Go with Limited Blaster. Mortal Raid. Okay, already does that. Sweet.
I like where this is headed.
Shakes.
S plus versus SS. No, this is definitely the better.
Take this.
Here it comes.
Higher damage long term.
Radiant Sunray.
Oh, he's gonna feel that in the morning, chat. Oh, we're gonna feel this in the right now. I think everybody survives this, actually. Unless this is just enough to be a one-shot.
I'll lend a hand. I'm here to help.
Ultimate wins for extra speed.
You're mine.
Now, cut through.
You're mine.
Now, cut through.
Oh, we've lost our spirit unification.
Go for it, Nadia.
Boo. Celestial will in fact go off before her next turn, which is important.
Keep your focus.
Activating spell. Do this.
800 or 423,000 HP left.
You're mine.
Here's a little more.
Thank you, Katra.
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
Right on time.
Get everybody healed up.
Mine.
I like where this is headed.
What if we just wailed? That's a lot of EP, though.
You can't hide from me.
Nah, we don't need to wail right now.
You're mine.
Now, cut through. Don't bother. More to go.
Recovering 38 EP or CP every single action is
You're mine.
very,
Stagger.
very useful. And that's before we take into account the possibility of hitting multiple targets with my attacks that heal for 15 CP a piece.
Activating spell.
Freezing wind. Cut down my enemies. Here. Think you can break this? Nadia!
Allow me. For you. Oh. Twelve. Here we go. Have some of this.
Maybe we should have had her use True Prep. Or True Pep.
We got this in the bag.
We can go
Go at it.
Mortal Raid, Howling Roar, Limited.
problem. Here.
Finish up the EX chain. Auto revert. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted you to do. Boo.
Go at it full force.
Art should work.
What's my combo at? 26.
No hiding stuff.
This is headed.
Yeah, there's no way I can get her up to
Should work.
100.
Got this in the bag. One for you, coming up.
All for you.
Oh no. I missed. Who did you hit? Ow.
You're open.
Now I'm mad. Allow me. Get those boots on the ground, service bears.
Well, I had a plan to build up my combo, and then he decided, nah, my turn now.
And finish. What the? Boost gauge limiter removed.
I will say I 100% appreciate, as much as it increases the difficulty of the fights, I appreciate the game being like, oh, by the way, enemies can S-break now. Not just that they have an S-craft, they can straight up S-break and take their turn when you think you're about to take yours.
Luminous flux. On to you, Archride.
It'll be a little over or a little under double for my own Azure Sunray. It's not going to be 100,000 like it was last time, but this still should be a lot of damage. Especially since I can't do anything to prevent him from taking a turn right now.
Sunray.
Just try.
You're open. Way to fire me up.
Activating.
Ultimate wins.
Like a win.
What are you at? 74,000 HP left.
Activating skill. Have some of this.
Recover another
Break this.
38.
Still got more.
Get a crit turn. Everything I have is already guaranteed criticals.
Go all in on him.
Activating skill.
Zero form. Duality. Think you can break this? Here I go.
This might even kill. She gets another turn immediately? Holy cow.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Ultimate Wind is OP, chat.
Cirrus Gleam.
The boss thought it got turns.
Here I go.
Not anymore.
Chop chop.
Activating skill.
Chip chip.
Caught out.
Think you can break this?
Right behind you. After you.
Okay.
Allow me.
Oh, I don't have enough to do anything. Damn.
Activating skill.
Zero form. Duality. Think you can break this?
Ready to assist.
I was about to say, don't tell me she's getting another turn just for kicks and giggles.
Let's go. Coming up.
Here we go. You're not getting away. Call Vic.
Mortal Raid. Ow. Ow.
Way to fire me up.
Activating skill.
Caught out.
There we go.
There it is.
Coin bullets up to level 7. Limited blaster up to level 5. True Radiant Sunray up to level 3. Challenge battle complete. Earned an SP.
Just tell me whatever you need.
Whew.
You can't go wrong with any of these.
Is any of this? I have all of this
Much
stuff.
appreciated. Be careful out there.
Yes, ma'am. Whew. That was a fight, chat.
A fresh start.
Let's.
Too goody-goody to play hooky?
No, that's the wrong button. Turn to Grim Garden menu. And now we can actually do the rest of the chapter. Including finding the ultimate fish that's in the title of the stream, the last fish. That only took 40 minutes. For some reason, it feels like I've been streaming for longer than that. I guess bosses just kind of take a lot out of me. Find the place of repose.
What will you do from here?
Longlai outskirts. Pubu Pass. I believe the word you're looking for, Crow, is Vamonos. Yeah, I paid attention to Dora the Explorer when I was in elementary school. / preschool.
Understood. Roger.
Leave it to me.
Beat them down with physical attacks. Initiating combat mode. Charge attacks ready. The golden opportunity. Take it. Yeah.
Burn away.
Great.
Fight everything. Fill out this thingy maboober.
No time for standing around. There! Stagger, here's our shot. Rush him down. Sunder. Running a search.
Great. Moving on.
I just pressed the X button like twice there.
I bet you'll find nothing.
Sure. Stagger down.
You sure will find nothing here?
The advantage is ours.
Where'd your friend go? Oh, your friend's disappeared on me.
You've got
Get
this.
your help again. Take my lead.
Yeah.
Gotta hit 3.
Nice. That'll do it.
Careful. That one looks stubborn.
Golden opportunity. Yeah, take it. More remains.
Sunder, down. All together now.
Ready to go. You're mine.
There. Don't bother. I'm up.
Wow.
Don't bother. Counting on you, Alcina.
Deploying impenetrable
Wait.
field.
That's not the right one. This is the one I meant to use.
Multiplex shard barrier. Engage. Vivid Calendula. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Prepare.
Beginning mission. Go. Eins. Zwei. Drei.
We haven't seen any of their attacks in so long.
Lift off. Azure Freon. Defend it. They're stunned.
Boost
Close
gauge
it out,
expanded.
bro.
You got it, Morgana. I mean, Fee.
Nice. Leveled up.
I'm still in my growing phase. Beat him down. Physical attack.
They're sharp.
Sure, I'm down. There!
More remains. Ready?
Stagger! There! Thunder! There!
Simple battles.
Burn away! Thunder down!
Let's stomp these bugs into the ground.
Non-stop! You're finished! Don't bother. More to go!
Come on, let's go. Need help?
Roll them down. Feet!
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Count on me. Yes, yes. There. Ready to go.
He just gets so many turns compared to everybody else, chat.
Let's do it!
Here I come.
There's more where
And
that
I don't think that's just because of the fact that I'm controlling him.
Yeah. Return stroke. Yeah. Now's our chance.
Here's our shot! Crush him down!
Accelerate. Yeah. There. Start offensive.
You know, I just yeah.
Here for you!
I know what I'm trying to say, chat.
Activate. Fire. In sequence.
Got it!
I will not budge. Green.
Am I winning? Something like that.
Don't bother. Follow my lead, Fee.
Now's the time to boost. Focus unleashed.
Defending.
Am I sure? Never. I'm never sure about anything, to be honest with you. Am I even real?
Yeah.
Equally valid question.
I can help. Strong.
Resound! With Azure Strength!
I forgot that was a limited time, limited range.
You're mine.
Oh well.
Stagger.
I don't need to keep using Crimson Leaf Blade. You're already at level 10. Good dodge.
I'll cover you.
Resound!
Give everybody some damage up. Ooh, your level. This is a regen, which is also very good. Don't get me wrong, chat.
Remedy song.
Thanks!
Green. Might want to boost here. You're mine.
You're finished! Don't bother. Follow my lead, Fee.
Prepare.
Yeah.
Just keep sweeping.
Defending.
Leave it all on the table!
Supporting.
Heads up! How's this grab you?
Grabs him pretty well.
Don't get too comfortable.
Might want to boost here. You're mine.
Roar! 1, 2, 3!
There. Getting it down to an arc.
Watch out for ranged attacks.
That's the ticket.
Something hit level 8, something hit level 9. I didn't catch what either of them were. You're talking about Kamen Rider. You know what? That's fair. You two seem to be bonding over Kamen Rider right now. And that's acceptable.
That chest looks promising.
Kano Hana Sakuya. Chat, that's one of Yukiko's ultimate personas. Arch damage increases when HP is high. Not Our Name, or Ruby, or One Piece, or Trails. Definitely can't bond over Trails whatsoever. That's illegal.
I sense something. Try searching.
Was it her first? I thought that was her ultimate persona.
Strike all at once!
Think fast.
Ultimate is Amaterasu.
Nice and quick.
I keep letting one get away, chat. Also, everybody keeps starting in stealth, and I'm so down for it.
Can't get complacent.
God of the Sun in Japanese mythology, that is correct.
Up.
And the main character of Okami.
From.
That chest looks promising.
Much as you heard her say it in game, that's fair, that's fair. No, you're right, you're right. Okay. I remember now.
Don't leave anything standing.
Huzzah, we actually get multiple multiple monsters.
Accelerate.
Palms, that's the word I'm looking for.
Zwei. Drei. Vier. Lift off. Azure Freon. Defending.
Boost
Ready
gauge
to go.
expanded.
Allow me.
I miss Jin. What? I'm still here, Chris. I'm not even on like break or a bathroom break or anything like that. I'm just here. You miss me anyways?
Sweet dreams. Guarding up. Get in there, Reen.
You're mine.
You miss it when I threw for content, is that what you're saying? Oh, come on. Yeah. Wow.
Useful.
Keep up the good work, Altina.
All that throwing for content. Yeah, that's definitely what I was doing. Mm-hmm.
Mindful about this.
Treasure. My pleasure.
Saffral Gem.
Your boost gauge is complete.
But yeah, no. So
Treasure detected.
I kept dying in one part of that level yesterday. I spent over 50 lives on one part of one level.
Treasure. My pleasure.
And I was hating the game for everything, only to realize I kept dying because I was an idiot. The platforms I was trying to manually jump between and could only sometimes barely get through. Those platforms were spring-loaded. The game was looking nice. I don't know if we were looking at the same game, Crimson. Or Chris. Whatever your name is nowadays. Please don't was it really this easy? It was that easy to get that far. And once again, that is only a checkpoint. I was about to say, please don't tell me he's about to just start heading my way. Shawl is gonna raid me? You're... Okay. Thanks for the heads up, I guess. Wait, it's a little... I'm surprised he's even streaming right now. Well, yeah, it makes sense that he would raid and run. I'm just surprised that he would raid this early. He's normally... Like, maybe not normally, but he usually streams late enough that I can raid into him. I'm surprised that he would be the one raiding into me. Is he just streaming earlier than normal, or... He always streams at this time? Is he ending earlier than normal? Because I swear, I've raided into him at like an hour plus from now. Ah, he beat the game. Gotcha. So he's calling it early. I see. A place of repose seated before the Great Water Dragon Clan. That's probably this rest area right in front of the falls. Heh. Hell of a sight to drink in here. Yo, Shoal! How are you doing? A vamp raid. The vamps are here, to your surprise, needing to lead. Hold on, let me put this on a spoiler-free screen. The vamps are here, to your surprise, needing to leave before the sunrise. No need to worry, it's just a small bite before we flee into the night. That's actually a really cute rhyme, Shawl. I applaud thee. This should be over soon, I hope. Maybe not. I need to actually make that a little bit quieter. You wrote it yourself? It's really good, Shawl. Everybody give Shawl a round of applause for that. You need to think of something like that for your streams. That would be cool. Having your own little raid message. Like, my raid messages are rather simple, but they're still fun. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Genope. It's nice to meet you all. I have been streaming through the Trail series, much like Shawl has. I am significantly further than he is. I am currently in Trails Beyond the Horizon. I know that he, at the very least, is not caught up. So I have put myself on a BRB screen while I do my spiel. If anybody needs to raid and run to avoid spoilers, I get it. I understand. Spoilers are huge in this series. I don't want anybody to get spoiled. That's why you're gonna run away. Understandable, Shawl. I appreciate the raid. Actually, before I forget, give you a shouty. Xenoblade X. I thought you said you were gonna be playing Xenoblade 2. X, from what I've heard, is good. I haven't played that one. Yo, we get another raid from Nightwolf?
From behind.
Back-to-back raids? How's it going, Nightwolf? I know that he has, in fact, played all these games. Although I think he said that he didn't actually finish Horizon, which is bizarre. Oh, it was just a capture card test. Gotcha. Gotcha. I hope that everybody enjoys their stay. I do a lot of I do mostly JRPGs. I'm nearing the end of Horizon. So I definitely don't want people to be spoiled on things. You beat SMT4? That is what Chris was saying. He said that you guys finish SMT4 tonight, which, congratulations. I never quite got to the end of that game, and then my 3DS kind of crapped out and I can't really use it anymore. Which sucks for me, and so I can't actually finish the game. Sadness. Of all the games on my 3DS, that is definitely one of them that I would like to go back and finish. I just can't. Because my 3DS hates me. I hope you have been enjoying Xenoblade X. I know you said you're going to be starting 2 because it has Pyra. I do still strongly encourage that you play 1 either on your own time alongside 2 or do 1 before 2. The games are definitely best experienced in release order. And Chris can't come in and be like, actually, they're better experienced in timeline order Because when the person made one, he didn't know he was going to be releasing a prequel, but he totally wants you to watch the prequel before you play the first one, even though that's not the order that they came out in. The timeline and the release order for Xenoblade is the same. You're going to stream it right after 2, but now I run. Have a good one, Shawl! I still think you should do 1 before 2. Or at least alongside it. But that's your call. I can't force you to do anything. As long as you play them. Yes. Yes. We're gonna get back into the game. Shawl, avoid spoilers. Please. Please don't spoil yourself. Feel free to... Chris! You are implying that the developers wanted you to wait until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 came out to play 0 before you played 1. That's not the order the games came out. That is not what happened. They didn't release things in that order. I will still keep crashing out over it. Play things in release order. That means you're going to play Kiwami first, the OG Yakuza 1? I mean, Kiwami is a remake of Yakuza 1. Therefore, it is the most recent version of Yakuza 1, therefore you play it first. Kiwami has references to 0. In that case, Kiwami is not the first game in the series. Is that what you're saying? Because it's a remake of Yakuza 1. Because it's 0. So if I were to go back and play the PS2 version of Yakuza, am I gonna get spoiled on Yakuza 0? Because that's not the order the games came out, Chris. No? Then it's not a remake. So you're saying Kiwami is not a remake of Yakuza 1? Even though that's exactly how it's advertised. I am so confused. Because again, the developer or the writers for Yakuza did not expect you to play Yakuza 0 before Yakuza 1. That is not how the games came out. Because if they expected you to play 0 first, they would have released 0 before 1. We're ending Yakuza discussion there. Next person to say Yakuza in my chat just gets an immediate timeout for like half an hour. It's like saying, oh yeah, you need to play Trails Through Daybreak 2 before you play Trails in the Sky FC Remake. Because First Chapter Remake is a remake of the first one, and it has additional content. No! You still should experience the story in release order. Kiwami is a remake, but it had added content. I'm done talking about this. I need to stop. We're here to fish. We're here for fishing. We're not here for confusing release orders and telling people to play them outside of release order. It's apparently a hell of a sight to drink in here. Only thing that can make it better is an actual drink to go with it. It's one of Calvert's top 100 sites for a reason. The eastern vegetation and Rocky Mountains create an enchanting, almost mystical landscape. Agreed. It's enough to entrance you for hours on end. But more important right now is the fishing rod. Yeah, we finally found it. You guys found it while we were looking at the scenery and arguing over play orders? So this is the Taigong Wang, eh? Pretty snazzy. Yeah. Seems like it was made of onyx steel, too. Ooh. Now that I hold it, it does feel similar to a well-honed blade. Imposing, powerful, and above all, reliable. Imposing, powerful, and above all, reliable. Wouldn't take much to convince me that it can fish up a legendary guardian. I feel like you're kind of a match for each other, Reen. It fits in your hand just like a sword. Well, I won't know if I can handle it until I try. Wait, there's a piece of paper tied on here. By passing thusly through the hands of one master after another, shall the Taigong Wan reunite with the 8 wizards by fate's design. Yeah, the 8 leaves, 1 blade students. However, there may be yet others who are worthy. The question now is, will you prove among them? This almost sounds as if whoever wrote this knew Reen would come. Asked Prez, who has played all the way up to Yakuza 6, and said if you're starting series to play Yakuza 0, that is the intended one to start with, and he said it sets up the entire series. Crimson did not hear what I said a minute ago. Crimson did not hear me, and that is his own fault. I'm sorry, Crimson. I said that the next person to bring up Yakuza would be timed out for half an hour. How do I do this for 30 minutes? Close enough. 32 minutes. We'll see you when you get back, Crimson. Let's just report back to Kukai for now. I did warn him, DJ. Also, hi, DJ. Knowing Crimson, he's like, what? Why? What did I do? I didn't do anything. This happened for no reason.
Are your plans decided?
No, not the outskirts. Guess the inn is probably the closest place. Ow. Let's go catch this fish. I think he can even still watch, he just can't talk, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he can still watch? Okay, he just can't engage with or interact with chat.
Over there. No, the other side might have a better view.
Let's go do some fishing, shall we, chat?
Of course.
No. I guess compatibility with one's rod really is important, blah, 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 blah. I meant to talk to Kaiko, or Kukai. So, this is the Taigong Wang of myth. Such a brilliant luster. A mirage of beauty and utility. Well done seeking it out, Reen. With this, you have become its new master. Hearing it out loud gives me second thoughts. It's really your first time seeing an in-person old-timer? Well, I do know in passing a handful of fishermen who came to obtain it. But the stars never quite aligned. Even when I was in the fisher's possession, I never had the chance to meet face to face. By the time I came to know the man who'd brought it out west to begin with, he had already relinquished it. Man, though, that thing's oozing with style. It almost looks like our own God Rod at a glance, but it's a totally different vibe. For real, compared to the Hebo, this one feels more, I don't know, flexible? Elegant? Whatever the case. Now that it's in my hands, there's only one thing left to do. Indeed. Use it to catch yourself a Lion King. Such is the trial imposed upon you, I dare say. Kind of an overblown word to use for tossing a line into the water. Still, you can tell it's stirring something in Reen, enough to confront this trial head on. Reen. After coming this far, there's nothing that'll stop me from seeing this through. As an angler and more, I'll catch that Lion King as proof of my resolve. Only Rain can catch the Lion King. Boo!
Let's go.
We
Where's
should
the-
be able to fish around
All
here.
right, let's begin.
Ha ha ha. It's the only type of fish that I have, or that we can catch here.
Got you.
Oh, good. That was just me being stupid.
Yep, we got a keeper.
There it is. The Lion King. Comes with 999 of every Sepith type. And sadly, I can't fish it forever for as a Sepith grind right here. That'd be nice. Got it. Thing's almost as big as he is. So that's the Lion King. Wowee! I don't believe my eyes. 10 million fireflies lit up the world. Wait, sorry, wrong line. Coming all this way to Longlai was so worth it. Impressively done, Reen. Yeah. Now you can say you've reeled up legendary fish in both Erebonia and Calvard. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, and Crossbell. Because the legendary fish in Reverie was actually in Crossbell, not in Erebonia. All this praise is a little much, but I could stand to pat myself on the back for this. And after experiencing the way this guy pulled, I can see why only this rod is a match for it. Simply phenomenal. This may well be the first time anyone outside of the 8 Wizards has caught one. I can see now why he regarded you with such lofty hopes. I see. So, he expected this from me. Well, as long as those expectations were met, I'm honored. It was like fate at work, getting to draw on all of my fishing experiences in the Empire for this crowning moment. Oh, you're just as modest as I've heard, lad. But the fact remains now that you rival the 8 Wizards. A height even I never managed to scale. Is it because we're one of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade, chat? That's a feat you ought to celebrate, loud and proud. And here I thought he was about to reveal himself as a wizard. That wouldn't have surprised me. In any case, this made for a good opportunity to face myself all over again. Thank you for writing it to me, Kukai. Now, no need to stand on ceremony. I was merely doing an old acquaintance a favor. Enough about that, you've got skills for days. I'd give anything for some personal lessons. Maybe we could exchange contact info? Oh, and if you're interested, there's this fishing blog we run. Autograph, please. Damn, get a load of Mr. Popular over here. Some things never change, even in the Republic. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. Just as fine a man as you told me. Be it in angling, swordplay, or the bonds he forges. This is all I can do for him. The rest is for you two to discuss in your own fashion.
Looks like our work here is done.
We got the Guardian.
Reward's been deposited.
$10,000.
Over there. No, the other side might have.
Time. Where is it? Oh, up there. Nope, that's not where the stairs are. There's, well, not really stairs, but it's a ramp. Point is, this is how we go up top.
Well done.
All fish caught. We got a Florent. Shard skill activation rate plus 20%. Considering the fact that I just go into one stage of S boost and get that anyways, I can't find him anywhere. Just what am I to do? She looking for someone? I don't remember the guild getting any missing person requests in. Could it be there's something about it she'd rather hide? If so, it might be a case fit for a Spriggan. Shall we offer ourselves as proxies then, as we did in Basel? Well, we'll see. Pardon us, I don't mean to pry, but is something the matter? And who might you be? Reed and the group explained that they were taking on 4SPGs on behalf of Arkwright Solutions. I see. In that case, you may just be the people my sorry self can turn to. Sensing a lot of layers behind that sentence. You could say that I'm the lowest of the low, after all. 2 years ago, I abandoned my son. My own flesh and blood. You abandoned him? I get the feeling there's more to this story. Yes. You see, I was originally born and raised here in Longlai. Northern culture always interested me, however, so I left home to work in Messeldom. There I met a man I would come to wed, and 12 years ago I became pregnant with our son. At the time, I thought we'd be able to build our happy family up together. But 3 years later, my husband fell ill and passed. That must have been extremely painful for you. Yes, but there was no time to grieve. Now, when I had a son to raise, I would even take on nightlife work just to put food on the table. The mental anguish wore at me, however, and before I knew it, I had begun to taking it out on my poor boy. It was then that he started to rebel against me. I had also remarried several years ago, but the man only grew more violent with time. It drained me down to the very last drop. I feel so bad for her. And then what? You sent your son away? Not quite. The government provides a minor subsidy for childcare, blood-related or not. Knowing that, my former lover raised his hand to me again, saying I ought to be the one leaving instead. And so I relented, returning here to my hometown, head hung low. I see. Can't say I empathize, but I think we can spare some sympathy. If only my son and I had fled together. Looking back, I regret it from the bottom of my heart. On top of that, I had heard news about him through the Septian Church. Apparently, he had run away from my ex-husband several months ago. It became a bit of an ordeal, after which he ended up getting adopted by someone else. With that, I figured my role in his life had come to an end. That is, until you found your son here in Longlai. Yes. Also, hold on. Did she say... Hold on. I think I may remember her son. Yeah, Messeldom. I remember the quest we took with... I presume it was her son here. First, I thought it was just my eyes playing tricks. But when I called out, his gaze met mine. He actually recognized me. It wasn't a moment after, though, that he ran away. I should have expected as much. It's only natural. The sight of his despicable mother must have been more than the boy could stand. Even still, it's worrisome that your son is nowhere to be found. Yes, he looks so hopeless. There's no telling what might happen. I'd like nothing more than to start over with him, if at all possible. But perhaps that's simply too much to hope for. This kid's name, by the way. If I recall, it was... either Lucas or Jacob. One of those two, I think. Jed. It's Jed. It isn't Jacob or Lucas. Silly Jin. Jed. Now that she mentions it, I may have heard his story during my NGO work. Vaguely remember the guild having intel on it, too. Van & Co. stepped in on the situation, I think. Yes, we did! Mr. Arkwright? Yet another one of life's little coincidences. For the time being, we'll try to track Jed down and confirm his safety. Thank you so much. To start, I'd like to get a grasp on why he came to Longlie in the first place. Probably to check out the sights, right? A lot of tours going on these days. That seems likely to me. And since he's still a child, his new guardian's probably with him here too. Sounds like a decent enough starting point then. Yeah. Let's find a tour guide and see what they know. Thank you. And good luck.
Let's 4SPG it up.
Yeah. Let's do that indeed. Oh, really? It's a topic quest, but there's only one person we can strike a conversation with about it?
Over there. No, the other side looks like a festival.
In here?
Welcome.
There you are. Hey, I don't suppose you know anything about Jed and his,
I've got a question for you.
new adoptive mother? Jed's one of the boys in my tour group. Did something happen to him? Cat in one. We're actually looking for him as we speak. Do you happen to know where he might have went? Oh dear. Well, our group took a break, so I'm not sure where he is. But his guardian, Angela, should be in front of the station. Maybe she knows something? Thank you for your help. Angela. That's the woman who adopted Jed. Yeah, she owns the public bathhouse in Messeldom. Let's hurry over to the station. Yes, sir. Where is the station? Over there.
Proceeding apace.
Hello, Angela.
Excuse me a moment.
Republican Army has planned in the same time.
Jed saw his birth mother. And you say he's been missing ever since. Yes. We're on the search for him right now. His mother being in Longlie isn't news to me, admittedly. I even intended on finding the chance to speak with her. But I hadn't counted on him beating me to the punch. Do you have any leads on where he might be? Well, you could try asking his friends, Mina and Tony. He said they were going to browse the stalls together, so I let the three of them run free. Let's head over to the street market then and see if we can't find him. Thank you for going to so much trouble. I'll look for him myself around the station. We would appreciate that. If you learn anything, let us know.
God, is it so crowded?
Let's see here.
Over there. No, the other side will have
Live feed of the launch.
Hello. Ah, yes, you kids.
Preparations are underway as we speak.
So, Jed really is missing. We thought he was just going off to take a look around on his own. But it's because he saw his mom, huh? Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Oh, he did say he wanted to see the Poo-Boo? Longlie Poo-Boo, eh? Can't say I blame him. But Granny Angela told him over and over that going outside the city is dangerous. No matter how naughty Jed can be, he wouldn't break a promise. Still, seeing his mom for the first time since she walked out probably left him pretty shaken up. Considering that, it wouldn't be strange for him to want some time alone. Then we should ask any potential eyewitnesses by the exit leading to the falls. Good call. Let's head over there now.
Weather in East Calvert is clear with favorable conditions. Search the rocket launch is expected to proceed as scheduled.
Alrighty. Here's the exit. Hey, kids! I don't suppose either of you saw... Oh, Miss Toa! Perfect timing. Thelma and I saw a boy head to the mountains past not too long ago. Around 11 years old, give or take? We were just about to chase after him ourselves. That's very noble of you, but please, let us handle the rest. You two just wait here in the meanwhile. It almost certainly must have been Jed. There's no time to waste then. Let's head out. I'll give the guild a quick heads up, just in case. Good idea, Fee. I wonder where Jed is. He's like a third of the way up. If I had realized I was going to be coming out here for this, I would have
Look out for
done this before the fishing quest, chat.
Want to search? I bet you'll find nothing.
You got away.
Let's do it.
Bad news ahead. Watch your step.
Understood. Here goes. Numerous foes. Caution advised.
Hey there, Jed. Is this really it for me? Looks like we made it in the nick of time. Let's sweep them out.
Quite a reception we have.
Ow, rude.
Maximum speed. I'll cover you.
Restore some HP and CP.
La, 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 la.
Thanks.
More accurately, just HP.
Remains.
The jig is up.
Yeah, yeah. Too easy. I will not budge. Speed. Let's wrap this up.
Honestly, a single S break probably has this. Just in case.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier. Lift off. Azure Freon. Defending.
Boost
Keep
gauge
at it, Green.
expanded.
What? Some things still survived. Boo.
Life and death.
That's okay.
Ever flowing. None can impede my Tachi's course. Purge, rush, rage, soar, gleam, ashen slash. Luminous.
Who's that with the sexy voice? Spoilers, it's Jane. Oh my goodness, Mar. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you've had a fantabulous evening. I saw your in your stream announcement that you were going to be finishing Resi 2. Did you manage to finish Resident Evil 2? You saved me. Are you guys bracers? Just me, actually. You see, we're here at your mother's request. Oh, Mom. Rin and the group explained that they had accepted a 4SPG on behalf of from Miyuki on behalf of Arkwright Solutions. No doubt, Chris, you were already in Mars chat like 30 seconds ago. My mom sent substitute Spriggans to come get me? Why not the bracers? Well, to more to track you down and make sure you were safe. The DLC was making me crash out, so I quit. I did finish the main game and get the true ending, though. Understandable. Understandable. We won't force you to meet with your mother against your will. But if even the tiniest part of you wants to have a conversation with her, a serious conversation with her, then it'd be our pleasure to arrange that. I hated my mom for the longest time. So I started acting out in every way I could. Doing one bad thing after another. Saying all this stuff I never should have. I thought it was no wonder she left me for good. The thing is, I'm too afraid to own up to that. So the thought of facing her scares me too. But even then, she's still worried about me. I see. Those are your genuine sentiments then. Well, parents come in all different sorts of situations. Sure, there's no forgiving what your mother did. But when we talked, her love came through in every word she said about you. No question. That is true. It did. I can say that with just as much certainty. Her desire to make a fresh start was unmistakably sincere. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'll try talking with my mom. Heh, roger that. I'll get in touch with Angela about this too. Yeah, probably a good idea. His adoptive mom. With that, Rin and the others brought everyone together so that Jed and Miyuki could speak face to face. And then we gave him a knife and said, "Here, what are you gonna do?" You don't have to believe me, but these are my true feelings. I grew so sick and tired of all the hardships that I turned my back and ran away. Twitch has been pissing you off lately. I go into people's streams and it tells me and it says I'm not there and your stream just break. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Chris. I hate it when stuff like that happens. I know there was at least one time when I was in, I think it was Judy's stream. I was like, I wasn't active at all, but I was physically there for like maybe an hour straight because I just had him on in the background while I worked. Nope. Just your stream broke. Boo. But the fact that I left without you, it's been tearing me up inside to this day. Mom, I gave myself a hard time too for not caring about you more when we were together. It's been on my mind ever since. But I couldn't bring myself to admit it. And then there was my butt wipe of a stepdad. Jed. Such an emotional klutz, I swear. Right? Even though he's actually nice inside, he'll say it's lame to act like it. Am I on vacation tomorrow? I am, Chris. Here come the waterworks! So, Miyuki, what do you want to do going forward? Going late tonight then? Probably. I don't know exactly how late, but I'm probably going at least a little late tonight. Angela, if you'll allow it, I'd like to return to Messeldom. But afterwards, I still don't know. Well, all that depends on Jed. Granny. Honestly, I don't know what to do either. Makes me wish that Spriggan guy was here to tell me. Oh yeah, Archite and his pals helped you get out of your stepdad's clutches, didn't they? So, how would they approach this? Take your time thinking it over. Be honest with yourself. Ooh. I will say neither of these feel like chaos, so I'm okay with either of them. Rather than getting flustered, maybe you should take your time to think things through. From your gratitude towards Angela for taking you into her care, to your mother's feelings, which you've only just now learned, knowing what you'll do in the face of them won't be easy. But you don't have to decide anything right away. Really? And that's okay? I don't see why not. As for you, Miyuki, I'd like to make sure there are absolutely no doubts about your determination. If you're serious about living with Jed again, you can move in nearby and show it through your actions. Granny. Yes, that's fair. You won't regret this, Angela. I'll do everything I can to prove my sincerity. Well, guess we can close the books on this one. Yes. Though, of course, there will likely still be difficulties ahead of them. Still, thank goodness everything worked out.
Done and done.
Whereabouts of my son? $10,000. Wait, how did we get chaos for that? Like, the gray I can kind of see. I do not see where the chaos comes from there. In the slightest. Alrighty. It is time to actually make some story progress. What is this? The guild? The guild. Is that you, Closel? Heard a bit about the situation within the guild. So these must be the people from Thor's. Yeah, sorry to show up out of nowhere. I'd appreciate if you could catch me up on the current situation in Longlai. We've heard that the excitement hasn't created too much of a burden for the guild. Well, that's one way to put it, yes. The reality is, we no longer have anything to do, and not really by choice. I guess it doesn't really matter how many tourists there are. A city of this size can mobilize enough police officers to handle it. The police alone can probably handle most things, including problems among travelers. Government's been seizing every opportunity to take the initiative. It's obvious what they're planning. Are they planning on getting rid of the Bracer Guild, just like Arabonia tried? Not even the guild is permitted to touch anything related to the space program. It is a highly confidential government project, but... So... You've been prioritizing the capital when deploying bracers. Yes. Kazan is still there as requested. Renton is here in his stead since he's used to handling travelers. It would have been reassuring to have Kazan here too, in case of any trouble in the Ishgal Mountains. But nothing under the guild's jurisdiction could possibly happen there in the first place. Alright, I think I've got a handle on the situation. The police have completely blocked the mountains pass leading to the Ishgal Mountains. Not to mention, Ikaruga's involvement in the program has become something of an open secret in the guild. Correct. As long as they're stationed in Kunlun, no monsters or external forces will be a threat. Which means we at the guild can only deal with things within the city's limits. I can guess why the Divine Blade of Ash is here now. But you understand our situation. Our hands are tied. There's just nothing I can do to help you reach Kunlun. I'm sorry. I do have to wonder what it is that you think we're up to, but I'm glad you're as sharp as ever, Drusilla. It's quite alright. The last thing we want to do is drag the guild into this. There must be a way through. A way to navigate even a situation like this. Maybe even an opening caused by the tension. We've come to that bridge. It's time to cross it. To do whatever we need to keep moving forward. Yeah. It's do or die time. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm partial to the former. Same. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but these young people don't know how to give up. All I can do is pray that fate will be kind to them. I sure hope it will be, chat. Oh. Ah! Oh, could that be the important contact you mentioned earlier? I bet it is. I asked the director of the NGO I work at if they could put me in touch with... Wait, huh? This isn't a number I recognize. Ah!
Pardon me. Am I speaking to Toa Herschel?
I think I know that silhouette, chat. It's CID Integrated Analysis Division.
I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Director Poisson.
That's her name, chat. I know that voice. Seems to be someone from the CID's Integrated Analysis Division, to which Mr. Kincaid belongs. CDAD, exactly. That department's said to be a top secret part of the CID. Could this person be... Yeah, I think you're right. She might be the lady we heard about before. Okay, sorry for putting you on hold. Yes, this is Toa Herschel speaking. It's been a while since we last spoke. Although I'll admit, I'm surprised to be hearing from you of all people. Based on the caller ID, I can assume this is an official call from the department?
There's no need to be so cautious. As it turns out, I'm in Longlai as well. Excluding the personnel stationed at the space base itself, there aren't any CID staff in the area. So if it's easier for you, you can drop the pretenses.
Understood. Then is it alright if we stop by? Officially, I'll be visiting as an NGO member, but I hope it's alright if I bring a few staff members along.
Of course. 4, right? I'll have some people I would like to introduce you to as well.
Who are they going to introduce me to, huh, chat?
Then I will look forward to your arrival.
Rocksmith! Phew. That sure was nerve-wracking. Was that the Flying Swallow? The woman renowned through the intelligence world? Why would she be calling us? She's an old friend of Jin's, and she used to work as a guild receptionist. Back then, she was headhunted by the former president and joined the organization that's now the CID. Ah, got it! And it's because of that connection that she might be acting on her own. I heard once from Jellica that she's even more freakishly capable than what people say. That's hardly a surprise, given that she's a master of the Taito school and Angelica's teacher. You need to make sure we're ready for our meeting with her and the people she's introducing us to. Yeah, once we're done here, let's head up the hill to the east. Head up to the house on the eastern hill. Former Taito Dojo. Who's it gonna be, chat? Only one person that it could be. She wants us. Am I sure that I did everything? Chris, if there's something specific that you're thinking of that I haven't done, I see it.
Are your plans decided?
I see it. The two blue things on my map. This one over here is the bath scene, which I've already seen. And this one, I forget what it is, but I know that I've seen it. Oh yeah, it's a path up to the roof of that thing.
Are your plans decided?
We should, however, do this before we proceed. Do we want to do Altina and Toa or Crow and Fee? You know, let's do Crow and Fee. Gotta hang out with my boyfriend after all. Even though they ate breakfast, Crow and Fee are still plenty hungry. There's lots of delicious food in Longlai, so it might be nice to show them around. Let's do it. Let's do it! Rain's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Onigiri? Damn. These Eastern jelly donuts kick ass. I love how much cream is in them. That dough is pretty unique. I'm gonna stop this bit. That bamboo grass is pretty unique, but it tastes really good. I bet these would make for great field rations. My master used to make them all the time when I was still training under him. Then he'd work me to the bone and, well, let's just say the rice cakes didn't always stay in my stomach. You're not seriously looking back on that fondly, are you? Anyway, there's no telling what's ahead, so let's make sure we replenish our energy while we can. Sure, we had a good, healthy breakfast, but climbing these mountains burns a whole lot of calories. Don't worry, this place has tons of good food. After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Xenophage. Oh shit! Crimson's back! Time to end stream, guys! Bye! Welcome back, Crimson. In my defense, I did give a warning. Last time I was here, Elise and I ate way too much. That right? Then you'd better give us a grand tour while we look for souvenirs. Good idea. Guess I didn't see the message that you were leaving for a minute anyway. You know what? You know what? Fair enough. You put, hey, wait a minute, I'll be right back. I may have timed you out before you even sent that message. Oh, you did put that? Okay, never mind. Well, I timed you out after sending that message before you read it. Or before I read it, so... Whoops. The egg yolk and egg white mix in your mouth. So creamy. I think your eggs turned out the best, Reen. I mean, he's done it before, I'd imagine. Yeah. Mine were too hard. Fees were too soft. I'm so powering. Yes! Because I do that all the time, Chris. That's our hot spring toast for you. It's just because I used to make them for snacks back home. And hey, regardless of their texture, your eggs are still pretty delicious. You're only saying that because yours came out on top. We'd better use the leftovers to surpass this egg tyrant and bring about a new era. Love it. Love it. Right. Let's destroy him. Heh. Bring it on. These are Hot Springs Monto, right? I heard they need bamboo charcoal into them. I can't get over how roasted black sesame bean paste and the moist skin and... I'm starting to sound like Van. Sounds like he's got quite the sweet tooth. And there's no problem with having a sweet tooth, chat. One of these days, I'd love to sit down with him and have a chat. Same. Too bad we can't just do it in the garden, seeing as how we're all trying to stay out of each other's way. And yet, the party consists of multiples of you mixed together. That said, he strikes me as the kind of guy that'd get along with us Class 7 folks. He absolutely would. And I'd love to hear more about his Spriggan business. It's pretty similar to what you do. I bet the differences alone would give you plenty of stuff to talk about. Personality-wise, I bet he'd get along with Ash, too. Very much so. I mean, he gets along well enough with Aaron, so yeah, he'd get along with Ash. Hopefully I'll have a chance to introduce him to everyone eventually. That being said, I don't know how well Aaron and Ash would get along. They'd probably be bickering at each other's throats nonstop. Agreed. Including the new and old Class 7s. You'd think there would be a Class 7 every year. A new Class 7 every year. Maybe. It's not like you did it in a big story moment that's the end of the game or anything. It was just some side quest. That is true. That is true. I had no idea they were serving tea at the temple. There is a new Class 7 every year, Chris? That checks out. Julian is in the brand new Class 7. They did mention that, didn't they? You right, Chris. Bitter flavor is perfect. Is the perfect complement to all the sweets. And that tea ceremony the lady did when she poured the tea was practically acrobatic. So cool. You know, back in my day, my master actually taught me how to do that for fun. Between training sessions. I remember when he accidentally ended up pouring some onto my head. Talk about a disaster. Is it just me, or do all your memories of him actually kind of suck? Yes, they do. But I guess you had your fun, seeing how nostalgic you are for them. Guy certainly seems like a playful old man, not counting your little training exercise. Yeah, he definitely likes to have his fun, even during rigorous training sessions. When I was a child, I felt there was always something playful about him. Man, just talking about it really takes me back. We used to have a snowball fights on the mountain behind his house as a way to train my eyes. Sometimes I'd have to take care of a bear cub that had been separated from its mother and try to get it home without endangering either of us. We'd even spar while snowboarding down the mountain. Spar during snowboarding. That doesn't sound like it's perilous at all. Are you serious? How's any of that sword training? Must have worked, seeing as how he mastered the first level by the time he enrolled in Thor's. Still, it's honestly pretty surprising he trained you like that, given that he's a former head of Ikaruga. Though, seeing how Shizuna turned out, maybe it's not all that shocking. He never did tell me much about his past. Anytime he'd ask, he'd find a way to brush me off. I think he went through a lot. And that's probably why he started the 8 Leaves School in the first place. But now that same man is scheming behind the scenes here in the Republic. And blocking my path. Reen.
Hey, just remember, man, you're not alone.
He's not.
Exactly. We all know how important this is for you, so we aren't planning to get in your way, but know that we will offer you our support. And that goes for Altina, Toa, and everyone else in Class 7.
Very true.
Yeah, I know. And it means a lot. But first, we have to get to him. Either way, I hope you'll witness my battle. That should give my blade the power it needs for me to win. I'm sure of it.
If you just sit here and cheer me on, chat, I'll be able to win.
Of course we will.
Yeah, we'll get through this. Together.
After that, the trio purchased more of their favorite snacks of the tour as gifts for their friends back in the Empire. They then met up with the others to resume their work. Surprisingly, I'm not as close as I thought to finishing up any of them. Ooh, actually, one more thing. Real quick, one more thing before I actually... Where's that entrance to the garden?
Nice fishing spot.
Because I've realized that I think I have plenty of Grim tokens, but I have not actually opened up things in a while. Not exactly garden time specifically. However, I am going to the Grimoire decryption. And maybe I should also heal up while I'm here.
Welcome beginning decryption.
Bet Jin forgot about the drone again. I don't think I can do it with anybody other than Van, can I?
And a trove of treasure.
Yo, we unlocked Fee's towel.
Go yet.
And, oh, that's Fairy's towel. Oh, and Nadia's swimsuit, and Altina's towel, Leon's towel. So many towels and swimsuits that I'm unlocking this late into the game. What is the game trying to tell me with that, huh, chat? Wait, shit. Shit. Go back, I still have more G tokens. DJ keeps clamoring for me to do even more connection events.
Would you care to decrypt it?
Oh, I only have 30 more.
There. Thank you for waiting.
Gem card for a few people. Rufus's towel. I unlocked a lot of towels, chat. Honestly, I'm just surprised that I didn't unlock those earlier. If I'm being completely honest. See, that's what I was thinking, Chris. Just use the ones on the stuff. I don't have enough workshop points? How many do I have? 17,000. No. Well... yeah. We'll get rid of some of them.
Much appreciated.
And then make everything even cheaper.
Complete.
20% discount is the max. Wonderful. Wonderful. Memento Orb, also something that I might as well just hold off until later. Let's progress. Let's make story progress. Oh, right. The freaking healing. Heal.
Just tell me whatever you need.
You're not wrong, DJ.
Whew.
Operating at full.
I know I've seen the first two. Oh, it's
Tell
hot
me
in here.
whatever you need. Be careful out there.
Perfect dodge. By dodging an enemy attack at the last possible second, you dodge perfectly. Just like in every other video game that has a dodge mechanic. You have a perfect dodge event. I apparently am missing number 6. I've done the first two. Let's watch number 3. Searing Flare and Glacial Rime. Appears to be about Leon and Celeste. And how they met, maybe? At least part of how they work together. The Dominions, those who bear marks of power. These members of the Grolstritter are miracle bringers, whose order has persisted through the past millennium. However, they tend to act alone. If somebody could look up, I know it's going to be somewhere here in the garden, but if somebody could look up specifically where the 6th one is for me, so I can just go grab it. Which floor is it on? Outside of occasions where they need to travel by air in their Merkaba, the power contained in their stigmas made traveling alone much easier. It is relatively uncommon to see knights and squires working outside of very small groups, and even less common to see dominions working together. Furthermore, it is even more unlikely to see a pair truly learn to cooperate and think of each other as partners for an extended period of time. Nevertheless, in current year, 2 centuries into the still young millennium, there still exists 2 such unique stigma bearers. 6th domain, you got it. The Searing Flare and the Glacial Rime. Their contrasting natures may ultimately be the reason fate saw fit to bring them together. Their histories contrast in much the same way, parallel yet uneven. The woman now known as the Searing Flare was once a girl from a provincial town on the outskirts of the continent. Born and raised in the slums, she had no family to speak of, but she took care of the other orphans, and they looked up to her like a big sister. In order to survive in such a place, theft and violence were daily occurrences, but the children made sure to not cross certain lines. Traveling nun would sometimes come to visit, and though the girl found her annoying, she cared deeply for her and the other children. However, when the girl was about 13 years old, she and the rest of the children fell prey to a human trafficking group and were kidnapped. Oh shit. At 13? Fuck. Upon finding out, the traveling nun immediately flew to their aid, giving no thought whatsoever to the danger it may pose to herself. Meanwhile, the traffickers were preparing to torment the poor girl, but as they approached her, her stigma suddenly awakened. In an overwhelming display of force, a sea of raging flames engulfed the men. Their screams of agony began to frighten the other children, and shaken by how they now looked at her with fear, the girl's flames began to dim. Taking advantage of the situation, the first of the traffickers to be struck by the flames aimed his pistol at the girl, and a dull shot rang out. As the girl looked down, she saw the traveling nun, Sister Ortesia, lying on the ground before her, a bloody hole in her body. We've heard a lot about Ortesia, however you pronounce her name.
Damn it. It's too late.
As the girl slowly processed what was happening, A burly, middle-aged priest ran up to the scene. Quickly knocked the man with the gun unconscious and examined the nun. However, it was eminently clear she was mortally wounded.
Thank the goddess. You're all safe. Please, live. Give meaning to the fact that you were brought into this world.
Don't give me that crap! What's the point if you just die instead?
I feel that. Not like directly. I've not watched a person die and wish that I was the one dying instead or anything like that, but like, yeah. The man now known as the Glacial Rime was once a boy born in the Erebonian Empire. The third son of a Viscount, even from a young age, he would often speak as if he could see right through people. He could also predict misfortune and perform feats impossible for human beings. This led to those around him, even his family, shunning the boy.
That uncle of mine and the rest of your family are a cruel lot. If no one else will, allow me to be your ally.
Amidst all of this, there was one soul who treated him with kindness. A young man who was his cousin from another branch of the family. But even this kindness was false, as he had a loathsome hidden agenda, and an even more horrific dark side. The year before, a loathsome cult had been eradicated in a secret international operation, and he was one of its priests, having escaped detection. In order to gain power enough to rebuild his cult, he sought to force the boy's powers out of control to kill the Viscount's family. But the boy, despite once admiring his cousin's keen intellect, saw through to his true objective before that could come to pass. The boy successfully took hold of the power spilling out of him and manifested it as a freezing flame.
You monster! Ah!
Excuse me. But even after freezing his cousin and all the remnants of the cult solid, the power overflowing from the boy would not cease.
That's right. I'm nothing more than a monster. It would be best if the provincial army dealt with me.
Caught in a spiraling mix of fear and desperation, the boy was snapped back to his senses when a deep, warm voice called out to him.
Thank goodness I made it in time. You need not worry any longer, lad.
So did Bearguard, or the church in general, just somehow know that this child was gonna awaken to a stigma at some point?
Who are you?
With that, the incident was resolved, and the boy's cousin, along with the rest of the remaining cult members, were placed under arrest. Despite the boy having saved both families from his cousin, they feared a scandal and continued to vilify him as a monster. Enraged at this, the elderly priest roared at them like a lion, then took the bewildered young boy to his new home in a faraway country. The land called Far, Far Away, where he hung out with fairy tale creatures like Pinocchio and Shrek. It was under the old lion's tutelage where the searing flare and the glacial rime would finally meet. They became sibling pupils, only 3 years apart in age, though in the beginning they got along like oil and water. Imagine putting fire and ice together and expecting them to get along. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! A year later, they were assigned to an incident in northeastern Zemuria. After many trials, they completed their mission, and their relationship improved ever so slightly. Afterward, they were each granted a Merkaba. Since then, they have spent many years working together and have formed a mutual bond of trust, the likes of which is hard to come by. Searing Flare and Glacial Rime end. Do I get... Ah. Of course I do. Why am I surprised by that, actually, chat? 6 orbs viewed. Yeah. It's almost like a father would try to mix fire and ice in one boy, but that would never happen. Yeah, that would be silly, Crimson. I don't think that should ever happen. You know, before I forget. And I will forget. DJ said it is back in the 6th domain. Charge. Welcome back from ads. Oh, it's literally right here.
Watch it. That one's big.
Oh, treasure.
6th memento. This is the one.
On my name as the Black Rabbit.
Come back in here. Now we have 1 through 9. Yes. Emilia, Queen of the Skies. This appears to be Nina. But it's probably not her. Proud of you. I'm surprised you knew that was an reference since it was from an anime. I've seen some anime, Crimson. Not a lot, and not even all of the popular ones, but some. I've seen enough of My Hero Academia. This is the story of a woman who is known as the Queen of the Skies. In recent years, Calvard's armored aviation divisions could easily be considered the main pillar of the Republican Army's military forces. Its basic formation includes Vezin orbital tanks for their high mobility, and Avior gunships for their suppression abilities despite their light armor. The Army's utter annihilation at the hands of the superpowered Purple Ion during Crossbell's bid for independence taught it a hard lesson. Do you know why Endeavor wanted to do that? I remember it was something along he wanted to create like a perfect child to beat All Might because he couldn't do it. I remember that much. I don't remember anything more detailed than that, but I remember that much. Thus, it improved the capabilities for all its aircraft and developed the Avior 2 for use in troop transports, covering the holes in its strategy. Because he had an overheating problem, right. That is until its greatest rival, the Erebonian Empire, unveiled not only its heavy tank battalions, but manned humanoid mechs, the Panzer Soldats. You wanted to make the perfect child and raise him to beat his ultimate rival. Yeah. Further, the Republic's the Republic's flagship, a 200 Arge class airship known as the Baten Kaitos. Chat, Baten Kaitos mentioned, was dwarfed by the Empire's 250 Arge class Gargantua. In tactical simulations against the Imperials, the Republican Army's win rate continued to fall. Naturally, the Republic wasn't standing idle. It collaborated with the Verne Company and the Institute of Science to develop the next-gen armaments. That's one game you've always wanted to play? You should give it a try, Crimson, if you can find the ability to. I think it's on Steam. It might be on PlayStation at this point. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. However, it was still clear as day that this initiative would not produce results in time for a full-scale all-out war with the Erebonian Empire. Then came September 1st, 1206. The fateful day the Imperial Army invaded the Republic of Calvard in what would eventually become known as the Battle of Jormungand. The fiercest fighting was at the Crossbellin front, where the Republican army faced 350,000 Erebonian troops, with only 280,000 of their own. And beyond the heavy tanks and panzer soldats, the Imperials also had new battleships and massive railway cannons deployed. The Republican army's front collapsed almost immediately, threatening to leave Calvert itself wide open to the Imperial Army's forces. However,
I'll send him a message. Like hell you're getting in here.
without warning, an old returned Avior model gunship named the Lux Raider tore through the Imperial forces' airspace. My favorite moment from Shoto is when he looks at Endeavor and says, "Nice scar, that must have felt so good for him to say." Yeah, true. Also, I was wrong. This is not Nina. This is, in fact, Amelia. I should have known that because it said Aviator Amelia at the title of the thing. I'm just dumb, chat. Despite their strong defenses, the Empire's airships were sluggish, leaving them open for the Lux Raider to deftly fire on the gaps in their armor. Pivoting to its next target, it destroyed the enemy's heavy tanks, with concentrated Gatling fire focused on their weak points above the turrets. Yeah, or Hermes, as they have called her for the past couple of games. Yes, DJ is still laughing at me.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you guys there.
See, it'd be one thing if all I had to go on was the picture, which is what I was basing my guess on. A completely different thing when the name of the thing says Amelia in it. The most difficult enemies would be the Empire's Panzer Soldats, especially with the new Kestrel model, since it was equipped with flight capabilities. Its flight range was limited, but it was more nimble than a gunship, and deployed with a "they can't hurt us if they can't hit us" mentality. That is true. That is true. As her fellow gunships were being shut down one by one, the Lux Raider's pilot immediately devised an insane combat maneuver. With several flying Panzer Soldats closing in from behind, she pointed up the Lux Raider's nose straight up at the sky and shot upwards. Makes you feel a little better. When you started, I thought it said the final flash. Vegeta's signature move? Huh. Oh, yeah, no, you meant my title. The final fish. Putting the sun at her ship's belly, she then spun it into a sharp corkscrew, completing a 180 flip at dizzying speed.
What the? Where'd they go?
Soldats lost sight of the gunship after its unexpected maneuver. An ominous thought in their heads, they turned to check the rear cameras. And there was the gunship, having taken position behind them with Gatling barrels at full spin.
No way! That pilot's a madman!
Yes, she is. Spinning like ballerinas, the Gatling barrels launched round after round of armor-piercing bullets, tearing through the lightweight soldats like paper. It was little more than a one-sided slaughter, devoid of any semblance of joy. And yet she continued to hold down the trigger until she had ensured the enemy was down. It was her sole duty as a soldier for the sake of her country.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I can't do things the way he did.
As she took down the wreckage of the Panzer Soldats plummeting into the ground, she recalled the Ashen mech she'd seen a year and a half prior. The Ashen Chevalier. A young hero piloting a machine called the Divine Knight took down a gunship squad with careful strikes, grounding them without a single casualty.
I would have liked to go toe-to-toe with him if you were here. But I guess there must have been some pact behind the scenes.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll be able to face him in, like, a few years. In a more public and sparring capacity.
That's how it's going to be. then I'll just have to finish things up.
It was then that her eyes, sharp as a hawk's, caught sight of the Imperial Army's Gargantua. A Gargantua airship that had been deployed to the front. Armed with countless weapons, it was a verifiable flying fortress, one that would be nigh impossible for a single fighter to take down. But if she could drop even just one of them, it could turn the tide of battle. She had to try. She gave her battle-hardened gunship crew, at least those who were still conscious after her absurd maneuver a minute ago, their final orders.
All hands, listen up. We're going to target that giant airship.
You what?
Ready parachutes for evac. I'll need you to hang in there with me to the last second. Then make sure you get out of here in one piece.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Damn. The Battle of Jormungand. Record of the Calvardian Air Force gunship Lux Raider. Captained by Air Force Captain Amelia Haring. Shot down 7 mid-sized airships, 12 heavy tanks, 8 fighter-capable Panzersoldats, and 10 grounded Panzersoldats. Additionally, dealt damage to Gargantua-class airship, forcing it to retreat. The Lux Raider was then caught in the shockwave from enemy railway cannon fire. This, combined with the prior damage taken, resulted in a crash. All personnel escaped thanks to Captain Haring stabilizing the ship. She, however, was seriously wounded, requiring 3 months of recovery. Jesus. After those 3 months, Captain Haring was discharged from the hospital, but retired from service due to lingering medical complications. President Rocksmith, near the end of his term, awarded her the Order of the Chevalier and promoted her to what would be her final rank, Major. And so, stories were told throughout the ranks of the Republican Army about Amelia, Queen of the Skies, an unsung hero of the war. 2 years and 4 months later, the eyes of the world are upon her once again, but it remains unclear what exactly she's been doing in the interim. Yeah, it's straight up called Amelia, Queen of the Skies. What is wrong with me, chat?
Well done.
We got 5 more of these things. Moonlight Horse's final curtain.
Well, this is probably it for us.
You said it, not me.
The Bernard brothers, Gold Lion Luago, and Old Sword Hunter have all been taken out. Huh. Wonder what these guys' deal is. The Pyromaniac and the young swordsman are seriously bad news.
You'd think so, yeah.
The armored woman is rather impressive as well. Though I find that bob-haired boy who goes around taunting everyone quite insufferable.
Novartis and Aryan Road. Unless... And then Pyromaniac and Young Swordsman. Oh, these have to be Ouroboros members. Pyromaniac. It's not Walter. No, McBurn. Duh, McBurn. What's wrong with me? Young Swordsmen have to be Louvet. Honestly, yeah, you're probably right, Crimson. So yeah, we got McBurn, Louvet, and then Armored Woman is definitely Aryan Road, and then Bob-haired boy is... Oh, I said Novartis a second ago. No, that's probably Campanella.
Kruger, you took a direct hit from one of his attacks earlier. Are you alright?
And Kruger is, of course, Kruger.
I'll be fine. The tendon is still intact.
They got Sharon's voice actor?
More importantly, it is only a matter of time before they arrive.
Unless she also voices somebody else in this game, and they're like, hey, can you be Sharon for, like, a small scene?
It is highly likely our end is near. Should we not at least come up with a plan to take them down with us?
Yes, I suppose you're right. I've long been prepared for the end, given the trade we're involved with. Come to think of it, though, this is a good opportunity for you. Why not take advantage of this whole mess and leave this life behind?
You know, I like that idea. Maybe you should go and, I don't know, help your other family and their daughter. Maybe, become a personalized maid for her class. I don't know.
You don't have any need for loyalty to an organization that only calls you by an alias, refusing to even give you a name.
I'm just spitballing random ideas here, chat.
The Severing Eclipse, yeah? I'm told it's meant to evoke the idea of a messenger of death or something like that. Bosses were always stubborn, so caught up on these dumb generational titles, they didn't realize what a pain it is to leave someone nameless.
Yeah, they didn't even come up with a name for her. That is kind of fucked up.
I've never considered it an inconvenience myself. But that aside, what happened to the Masters? If they took command of the remaining members, we might have a chance.
That may very well be true. Perhaps they've simply given up at this point. It's rather disappointing that the three most elite members of a famous clan of assassins have done next to nothing this whole time.
Oh, them? They turned tail and ran.
What?
Yes. Earlier this morning. Right after they told me to hang back and fight till every last one of us was dead.
Well, yeah, they want you guys to fight until you're dead. They don't want to die
Right
themselves.
about now, I'm willing to bet all three of them are on their way to meet the goddess.
Elroy, did you?
Guilty. I had a fresh new batch of poison whipped up, and it seemed like the perfect occasion to give it a try.
That does seem like the perfect time when you have your traitorous leaders running away instead of fighting.
I mixed some of their favorite things with just enough so as not to draw any attention. A neurotoxin, harmless to anyone else who touches it. But when it comes into contact with oil from the target's skin, it slowly vaporizes.
Somehow it knows how to do this.
And by the time you realize something's wrong with your central nervous system, it's already too late to stop the imminent respiratory failure.
What have you done?
Oh, you're as awful as ever, aren't you? Come to think of it, I suppose that would make you the highest ranking member the Order has left, no? Now it all makes sense.
That's right. As its new leader, I've decided the Order of the Moonlight Horse will surrender completely to Ouroboros.
You know what? Sure, do it.
Newcomers, only 10 or so years under their belt, but how long an organization's been around isn't always a good measure of its merit. That said, we'll only surrender after we've stuck it out long enough to make it clear just how much we're worth. We do that, and it makes sense for them to give us special treatment afterward.
Good
Are
plan.
you really so sure it'll go so smoothly? Still, why not? I'll see where this takes me.
Time to decide, Kruger. You can either try and get revenge for your fallen masters, or you can set all that aside and follow my lead. Maybe one day you'll actually be able to make your own decisions, but for now I'll give you a break and whittle it down to the 2 options.
She could always just run away.
Oh dear. Yet another unreasonable choice, is it?
Is that Sharon? It sure is, Devin.
What you guys up to? You sure seem like you're having fun.
Not now, Mel. I told you to stay off
this
this,
fucker.
didn't I?
There are a lot of dangerous people on the way, so be a good boy and go play with the other children.
Aw, come on. How come you guys get to have all the fun, huh? I'm pretty good with a knife, you know. Kruger's even complimented me on it before, haven't you?
That was...
I went and put out Uncle Elroy's new poison for him, and I know how to use Red Cease distractions, too.
Damn, they really did raise him from a young age to be a fucking killer.
See? I can help, right?
Oh dear. Perhaps it wasn't the best idea to give in to all your pleading after all.
Oh, what the hell. Sure, come along with us. I'll even overlook the fact you snuck into my lab. Right then, what do you all say we go get everyone together and have ourselves some fun? One last curtain call for the Order of the Moonlight Horse, our beloved piece of shit own.
You're right about 3 of those words. Well, except for Sharon. Sharon's not a piece of shit. Looks like he's barely aged. Who, Harwood? Harwood is definitely barely aged at all. Sharon's aged a bit. Ancient Statue Revival Mission. 4 more. Why does this almost look like it's, Elise? This definitely looks like it's almost looks like it's Elise, but, we'll find out in a few. Harwood looks almost exactly the same. That he does. Actually, real quick, before I get started on this one, I'm gonna go get a refresh of water. I will be back momentarily. If anybody else needs to go get some water, feel free to do so. I've been at this for 2.5 hours. 1 moment. I'm gonna throw up early ads. But yeah, I will say, I was not expecting to see young Sharon in Trails Beyond the Horizon today. That was not on my bingo card whatsoever. If that was on your bingo card, chat, you are lying to me and perhaps more importantly yourself. That was not on your bingo card either. Unless you've already played this game, that was not on your bingo card. It is just very true. I've already forgotten what this one was called. That's okay. We'll wait about a few more seconds for ads to finish. Hello, welcome back from ads. It is the year 1199 of the Septian calendar. The Gralsritter, a clandestine organization within the Septian Church's congregation for the sacraments, has been given a rather unusual mission. 12 of their number with special powers, the Dominions, were given the command of nearly 1,000 knights to retrieve certain ancient artifacts. But although their troops were provided for use by all the Dominions, 2 eschewed any knights or squires. 2 eschewed any knights or squires and set out on their own. The 2 in question were the Second Dominion and the Fifth Dominion. 1, a man in his mid-20s who'd recently been appointed vice commander. The other, a young man of 18 who'd been in his role just over a year.
My word. Isn't it simply exquisite?
That's a Kevin.
It would appear to be from the age of animism, well before even the Great Collapse.
Yo, wait, that's a Thomas! Chat! That's a Thomas!
And the fact that no diagnostic device can even begin to analyze it. Oh my, it's just so fascinating. I'm practically giddy.
And now that I realize that it's Thomas, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's his voice.
There he goes again. Once he gets started, nothing can shut this guy up.
That is also true when he becomes a teacher.
Anyways, seems like this one's different from the statue over in Nord, yeah? That one was a lot bigger. But it didn't seem like it had anything inside.
Very true. Even when we scanned it, it didn't appear to have anything to hide. However, I actually found the fact that there was nothing there to be rather suspicious in and of itself. Incidentally, there's another statue about the same size on an uninhabited island off the coast of Ordis.
Dang. I wonder what those statues are, chat.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. Never seen it for myself, though. Either way, I guess that means there's definitely some difference between this one and the 2 of those. Given that this one's impossible to analyze, well, it's just like an artifact in that regard.
Indeed. However, despite that, it still doesn't neatly fit the definition of an artifact. This Titan may have completed its objective, or perhaps was unable to complete it and then simply fell dormant. It really makes the heart stir to imagine all the exciting possibilities, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Well, looking at the thing, it does seem like it might have been quite the sight back in its prime. I definitely would have killed for a toy like this when I was a kid. Seriously, though, what the heck is this thing?
Especially if it's that size. Same.
The villagers nearby seem to revere it, though. How'd you get them to agree to let us take it?
Easily enough. The local vicar helped me convince everyone that we'll be taking very good care of it. I was glad to find him a very reasonable man. Pointless interchurch disagreements are, unfortunately, all too common in our line of work.
You know what? That's very true.
You could say that again. I've lost count on how many times I've wished the Congregation for Divine Worship would just let us do our jobs already. But all that aside, they made the right call to have us take care of it once things started to get suspicious here. It also lowers the risk of these cult freaks getting their grubby hands on it, since apparently they don't know when to quit.
That checks out for them, yeah.
So, it's the heretic hunter and the partitioner.
Look, we just want to collect the statue, guys.
Brethren from us, and we're going to avenge them right here, right now.
And then the statue will be ours. Maybe it'll even grant us the power to bring down the goddess.
You can try. I don't think it'll work well for you.
There, don't you think, pal?
I'd certainly say so. Well then, how about we take care of our secondary mission while we have the opportunity? Completing last year's eradication operation by eliminating the remnants of the DG cult.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Better not underestimate us. Bow down before true wisdom.
Boom. Oh, that was a lot shorter than I was expecting it to be, chat. Ancient Statue Retrieval Mission, that's what it was called. 3 left, including one involving Hamilton and Schmidt and Russell. And I forget who the other 2 are off the top of my head. 14 years ago, an international meeting known as the Pre-Zemurian Intellectual Forum was held. Pan-Zemurian, not Pre-Zemurian. Jesus. It was organized by an NGO called the International Cooperation Organization, the ICO. Despite being new, they attracted many notable attendees. All 3 of Epstein's disciples joined: Professor Russell of Liberl, Professor Schmidt of Erebonia, and Professor Hamilton of Hell. Calvard. Also in attendance were Dean Collins, an accomplished scholar from the Burl, and Mr. Alfred Herschel, director of Erebonia's Imperial Museum. The conference also attracted numerous experts from across the field of both the humanities and the sciences. Its goal was an open discussion of how developing technology and international relations would affect Cimmeria in the years to come. However, the event didn't conclude without some amount of drama.
I can't believe you'd have the audacity to propose such a thing, Gerhard. Were you not satisfied by all the orbital tanks you've made? Or the new line of heavy tanks you're already developing?
No.
You've no grounds to criticize me for that, Russell. Or are you going to claim you weren't the first one to militarize airships? What's more, I'm told you're working with the Foundation on your own radical new airship design. Not that I expect it to amount to much.
Wow. Inventors just hate each other, don't they, chat?
Professor Russell, Professor Schmidt, please let us get back to the matter at hand. I'm sure both your countries have their reasons, but this is neither the time nor the place for such things.
Agreed. It's important that we discuss these matters from a place of understanding, or rather from a place of wisdom. Otherwise, we risk finding ourselves at the mercy of an increasingly tempestuous world.
Yes, we mustn't lose sight of the most important thing here. Humanity as a whole.
That is a very important thing to keep in mind,
Just
chat.
as the stars shift about the heavens, so too do the hearts of men. The foundation we sit upon will always remain the same.
But do the stars really shift about the heavens if the sky's fake? Or at the very least, what we see looking through a telescope is fake?
Yes, you're both right. No matter how much technology may evolve, we must never forget that its ultimate goal is in service to humanity.
On that, at least, we agree. However, the technological singularity will arrive before long. Though it's not ready for practical application just yet, orbital computation is clearly one of the fastest developing fields in technology right now.
Orbital everything just made technology advance so quickly across Cimmeria.
On top of that, networking technology will undoubtedly begin to connect cities and even the entire continent.
That it will.
When that happens, it will change not only society, but how people live. All the more reason we need to be clear on the purpose behind our work.
I agree. I'm sure there will come a time when we'll have to ask ourselves all over again. What is man?
Deeply philosophical question for engineers to be asking each other.
Not only from a philosophical perspective, but also from a socio-political one. I suggest we revisit the topic this afternoon.
What utter foolishness!
Who's interrupt?
Why
Oh.
can't you see that shackling yourselves to such tepid ideas will only hinder true progress? The singularity. We've no need to sit here wringing our hands over it. What we should be doing is hastening its arrival. The artificial intelligence born from such potential could easily evolve on its own to reach a level of knowledge on par with the goddess.
It's a miserable little pile of secrets. Very true, Crimson. Or should I say, Dracula.
And if we humans are swallowed up by it, that simply means we were never worthy in the first place, now doesn't it?
What are you saying?
How dare you?
You certainly have some interesting insights. Just who are you?
I forget his first name, but his last name is Novartis. With not Organization 13, Ouroboros. Slightly different things, chat. The man whose knowledge rivaled that of Epstein's 3 disciples tried to argue with the attendees despite the organizers' attempts to remove him. As he continued to lob spurious claims, The group brought up reasonable arguments to counter each one. Eventually, after a strong reprimanding from security, the man clicked his tongue in irritation and let out one last outburst before he left. It's the Akazuki.
Fine then. Continue your pointless discussion. Talk all you like. Everything will play out just as Professor Epstein intended. Until you realize that, you'll just be going around in circles.
Did he intend it or did he predict it, chat? Then, having withdrawn from the debate, the mysterious man seemingly vanished in a split second, while the security guard was distracted. The forum was a great success, and led to many fruitful discussions. Despite being a one-time event, its impact was felt far and wide. It's the group from Naruto with the black cloaks with the red cloak. Oh, okay. Excuse me. However, the identity of the strange man was never determined. As such, his statements were stricken from the record. Meaning of the Zemurian Mind's End. The life of a saint. That is a young Nina Fenley if I've ever seen one. And if that's not a young Nina Fenley...
And who might you be?
I'm going to strangle somebody.
Those may have been the first Zemurian words I ever heard. Rufina Argent. Although she wasn't a Dominion, she was still a knight of the Gralsviter trusted deeply by Her Holiness, my grandmother. Supposedly, she found me in the middle of the wilderness on the outskirts of Zemuria when I was about 4 years old.
You know that name? Same!
Who are you?
Argent is French for silver.
At the time, I was apparently speaking words completely alien from any heard in Zemuria. Although now, I can't recall anything from back then myself.
She didn't have any core memories yet, chat. Also, I could barely make out some of what she was saying here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Maybe whatever role, whatever identity I had before was completed and overwritten once my role in this world was defined. Rufina took me home with her to the holy city of Arteria, where I was introduced to the woman I'd come to think of as my grandmother, Pope Orestes.
They're a family of werewolf hunters and Teen Wolf because in the old stories, Silver killed werewolves. You know what? That makes sense.
I was just a little girl, only able to speak in tongues. Yet, she seemed to understand everything, and took me under her wing.
Oh, that's nice of her.
It was written a final saint would appear just before the end times, though only in an apocrypha known as the Hidden Book of Arict. I'm still not completely certain whether I am this person, but it was clear that it was to be a girl who would appear from beyond Zemuria. I spent most of my childhood in the Tranquil Gardens, the holy courtyard of the Papal Palace, located in the rear of the Grand Cathedral. Though I was kept a secret, there were several people who came to visit me. Some, I could tell, did so with ill intent.
Kill you, I'm guessing, was their goal, if I had to guess.
I spent roughly 10 years there, under the guidance of my grandmother and others. It would seem that even as a young girl, I never had much of a sense of who I was. I learned the Zemurian language quickly, and would respond to others with whatever words and demeanor they most wanted to hear. To some, this was all the proof they needed that I was the saint, seeing such an ability as being perfectly suited to the role.
I guess this also kind of explains how she's able to act so perfectly as well.
However, grandmother, Rufina, and Rufina's friend all seemed to think otherwise. When I was 8 years old, I suddenly manifested a power that had been lying dormant in me, the Akashic Eye. Silvery irises said to be held by the final saint. The first thing those eyes showed me was Rufina hugging a young boy I'd never seen before, smiling lightly as she passed away.
Aww.
I screamed and lost consciousness. When I awoke, Grandmother was there tending to me. She informed me then that Rufina had met her tragic end.
That was Kevin, if I recall, right? If I recall from Kevin's backstory in Sky Third.
It was at that point that I decided I would fulfill the role as saint that had been laid out for me. Not necessarily because of this power that I now held, but because I wanted to believe there was some important meaning behind Rufina finding me that day. So, with the informal authority the role granted me, I started to gather intel at the age of 10. I was given free rein to mobilize the Papal Guard's Iscariot unit, so I deployed them across the continent.
I believe so. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Using my eyes, I would scan the information they would bring me, looking closely for signs of the end. Liberl, Crossbell, the Erebonian Empire. There were many places that drew my interest, but there was one in particular I kept being drawn toward.
But you only... I don't think the Iscariot existed until the Daybreak Games.
The one right at the center of this world, rather, of the continent of Zemuria. The Calvard Republic. Amidst the jumble of colors, my silver eyes caught sight of an immeasurable white void. And then, at 14 years old, I bid farewell to my grandmother and left for the Republic, pretending to be the daughter of an Eastern trader. I'd initially intended to stay working behind that facade, but I became interested in film after seeing a certain someone's career take off. What's more, this new friend of mine took it upon herself to send my information to a talent agency without asking. As a result,
Judith!
Well, I decided I'd have to fulfill my role in a very different way than I originally planned. But for some reason, I get the feeling that neither Her Holiness nor Rufina or her friend will mind. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still committed to my mission, but... well, I suppose it's simply all part of the goddess's plan.
And from that moment on, she truly loved her. A faraway place. Last one, chat. Last one. Year of the Septian calendar. In a remote region, there lived a girl who, in spite of her modest life, faced every day with a bright, cheerful smile. She lived under a dull gray sky, amidst the rubble of the now crumbling buildings that had once been her hometown before the war. But in spite of all of that, her unflappable positivity, as bright as the color her hair was, served to cheer up the others' usually sullen residents.
Hey, Miguel! I'm here with today's rations. It's Grandma's specialty. Stew made from non-fat milk powder. Make sure you eat it slow so you can really savor it, okay?
I don't know if I'm supposed to know who this girl is right now.
Oh, thank you. Stew is always a picker-upper. Although it'd be nice if there was a bit of meat in it.
Hey now, don't be picky. You know we normally only do that when everyone goes out and hunts monsters together. Oh, Mrs. Nanai! Here's a change of diapers and some small undergarments for you.
Aww.
There's even a pacifier and a rattle. Dad said they found them while the men were out on one of their expeditions.
Wow, they have to go expediting for baby supplies.
Oh, why thank you. Certainly something to be grateful for in times like these. I'll have to give and the others my thanks. Oh, goodness. Oh, there. Looks like someone's awake now.
That being said, she does look familiar. I wonder if this is Rosette. It wouldn't surprise me if this is Rosette. Don't answer that. Do not answer that.
Aw, you're a little cutie, aren't you?
But she does look like a young Rosette. The girl was very devout, curious about the world, and quite studious. And although the cathedral was still in disrepair due to the remote location, she attended Sunday school there in the corner of the building that day.
Let's see. The answer is x minus 2 in parentheses times x plus 7 in parentheses.
Nobody would have ever said in parentheses out loud.
Yes, that's correct.
We would have just said x plus 2 times x plus 7.
My. Looks like we're starting to run out of intermediate level material to cover already. I really wish we had a way to let you move on to high school.
Oh, that's the place we read about in our books, right? It sounds like so much fun.
It's not really a place. I mean, I guess it kind of is a place.
So nice to chat with my friends, work hard in a club, buy snacks at the student store, and to top it all off, I'd find myself a handsome boyfriend.
Dear me.
As the evening sun began tingling the dull sky, or tinging the dull sky a reddish color, the girl returned home where her family is waiting for her. Before she went in, she'd always look up at an old sign that was hung above the entrance. It seemed to have a picture of something on it.
Oh, you're back, are you? I'm surprised you didn't end up wandering off on a detour like you usually do.
Wash your hands, and then we can have some dinner. Training the new guys at work really has me spent.
Okay. Also, hi, Dad. Hi, Grandma. It's so good to be home.
She lives with her father and grandmother. Faraway place, and that's it? We didn't get to find out who that was.
We earned it.
Boo! There's one more memento orb somewhere that I don't have yet. Let's make some storyline progress, shall we, chat? As long as it's active on a single party member, it will remain displayed. Good. Okay. Time to actually come over here and see what Killia wants. This must be where he is living in retirement. And it's also the former Taito School main dojo, if I recall correctly. Apparently, this is where Bearguard trained Arkwright, too. Proceeding to the former dojo will cause the main story to advance. Some quests will disappear.
Excuse me? It's me, Toa Herschel, from the ICO. I've come with my team.
You're like 3 hours late. What's wrong with you? Sorry, we really wanted to go to the garden to view some memento orbs. What?
Oh, I'm glad you made it.
Please, allow me to open the door for you.
It's
That man
Kilika.
is definitely who I think he is, right?
Sure is. Looks like he's gotten used to the quiet life.
I'm already familiar with Toa and Fee, but I believe this is my first time meeting the rest of you.
Is it now? We didn't meet her at all in the Cold Steel games? I guess not.
Kilika Ruran.
Hey.
Hello. Your reputation precedes you.
Nice meeting you. You look even more gorgeous and sharp-witted than Jellica gave you credit for.
How kind of you to say so. Why, I haven't seen Angelica in years. I think it was back when she stopped in to say hello on her way home from traveling the continent.
She did travel the whole continent, didn't she?
She always did make time for friends.
Was she there as a friend, though, Reen?
Also, It's good to see you well, Mr. Rocksmith.
This is Angelica we're talking
I
about.
can't believe it's already been 3 years since the treaty signing at the end of Mille Mirage.
It has indeed. Good to see you again, everyone. I was lucky enough to see Fee briefly last year, during all the business in the capital.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
again for the help.
I don't think it was under the best of circumstances, but you did get to see her
and
again.
Toa. I can hardly believe it's already been 5 whole years since we first met. It feels like it was just yesterday you were tagging along with Prince Oliver to the West Zemiria Trade Conference.
I remember that chat. Although, apparently she wasn't in the original Japanese version. She was added in to the American release, but that's okay.
That sure brings back memories. I was just a student back then. I still remember how you were kind enough to offer to arrange for me to study abroad here in the Republic.
Say what? You serious?
Did you seriously attempt to poach a student from a rival country's military academy?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
I made the offer because I heard she had some Eastern heritage. I figured she'd fit in just fine here in Calvert.
She probably would have, but then you would have been stealing her from us.
I'm used to tossing out offers like that, even if there's no hope of them going through. Heck, I've tried to recruit some folks from the SSS too.
Peak mention, chat.
He really is as crafty as they say.
Indeed. He even managed to convince me to come aboard.
Well, I'm glad we can all exchange pleasantries considering our positions.
Yeah.
Tell me though, Chief Keelika, are you acting independently from the CID and the President's orders?
Yes. I've even agreed to guarding Mr. Rocksmith as a temporary special mission. Meanwhile, the rest of the CID have been pushing their limits to make sure today's project goes smoothly.
And that project
Has been put together by Four Eyes in the presidential office.
Yes. And I heard about your little run-in with Kincaid back in Basel.
Yeah, we did run into him. How much did you hear about that?
As you're effectively diplomats, you cannot be detained. And that aside, we've already been in talks with the Empire to cooperate on any unexpected developments that may occur after today.
Oh.
What do you mean by that?
First I've heard of it. But it sounds like the CID has a handle on things.
Ouroboros, I'm guessing?
I see. So, when you said you wanted to do introductions, you meant with him.
Oh, quite astute, Divine Blade. You really are a match for the Silver Princess.
Yen?
Wait, when did you show up?
Ah, good to see you again after so long. I appreciate you taking the time to come all the way out here.
You say that, but you never much cared for my company, even back when you were president. Regardless, I appreciate the invite. No doubt the Flying Swallow had a hand in tracking me down.
Sorry. This is a carefree old man. Apologies.
I'm flattered you think so. I would love if we could maintain an open channel of communication between us.
I agree.
Excuse me.
Though oil and water are loath to mix, man benefits from both, after all.
Is this guy?
Yep. I haven't met him, but I've heard some things.
Have you, Fee?
Yen Lu, elder of Heiyue's Lu family.
There, he tells us his name.
We
Or
may
tells
have met
them his
earlier.
name, I guess.
Regardless, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance once more, guests from Erebonia, members of Thors.
We did meet you earlier, up on the roof of that one building. Roll to play. Are you telling us he sent unofficial requests to every nation, including the Empire? Indeed. They were sent out yesterday afternoon, not only to other countries, but to autonomous states as well. It said there's a potential latent threat that may occur within and outside the Republic tomorrow afternoon. Although this is more than likely a false alarm, we would like you to prepare and mobilize your military and public safety personnel just in case. Well, it was something along those lines anyway. Wait, you seriously sent that to every country? Weird. You'd think it would be all over the news then. One would think that, yes. Yet the only topic on everyone's lips today is the launch. That's because the information was kept strictly confidential, likely due to the nature of it being a request from the world's dominant superpower. Additionally, we've sent out similar communications to the Guild and other groups. That includes some infamous Jaeger Corps, such as the Red Constellation and Zephyr. Wait, you reached out to the Guild and high-ranking Jaegers? You did all that in the span of just yesterday, and completely under the radar to boot. Kilika is good at what she does, Green. Incidentally, Heiwei also received that same warning, although by then we had already begun readying our forces. Project Startaker. For what end are they chasing the expanse beyond our skies? I'd like to know the answer to that, too. We've got those masked people Arkwright and Co. are dealing with that are running around causing a stir-up over in Anchorville. Then there's that Epstein disciple Graham and his people have been tracking down. Yeah, LaToya Hamilton. I don't really get how that's all connected, though. And the new assault frame we went up against, the air fleets and the aviation divisions are tied up in this too, aren't they? Just what the hell are you... No. What the hell is the Calvard Republic trying to do here? I take it no one knows the answer to that. Apart from the Presidential Office and the CID, as well as the Aerospace Force. Indeed. I only have a sense of what could happen from looking at correspondence to the Republican Party and reaching out to some connections of mine. Heiwei has discovered some information on the subject, but its veracity cannot be confirmed. As such, I won't reveal our findings here. I may not be as in the loop as Kincaid, but I do know a little. Surface details of a potential crisis, namely. Having said that, I must apologize. I can't disclose anything at this time either. As of now, I'm in the current president's debts on account of a certain incident in the spring. Otherwise, I would tell you. Oh. Helene told me she and the Spriggan crew kept the worst-case scenario from happening. Are you referring to the Illusory coup? I heard the replicas of you and another were its instigators. Yeah, in an alternate timeline that for some reason a lot more people remember than you would think, but whatever. And it sounds like that little screw-up incident is connected to what's going on right now. I may not have a bead on what Professor Hamilton's true intentions are. Though regarding President Gramhart, I have no doubt in my mind he's doing the best he possibly can. I have already made Arkwright and his helpers aware of this. But during the 100 Days War, Gramhart unofficially supported the Burl as a special operative. Cassius Bright! He isn't fighting for some distant ideal of righteousness, but instead for the sake of the world and its people. In that regard, he has not wavered, yet at the same time, he is very much a man of passion. Suffice to say, he will go to any lengths to protect his family. And if protecting them entails saving all of Zemuria, then that is exactly what he'll set out to do. Be that as it may, the fate of the world is too great a burden for any one man to carry. That's why the task shouldn't fall to him alone. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Excuse me. No matter how harsh or awful the truth may be, he needs to share that burden with others, even if it means they have to suffer with him. Yeah. Some of us had to learn that same lesson back during the Twilight. 2 of which are in this very room. 2? Hey, why are you lumping me in with him? Reen assuming the role of hidebound burden carrier is a given, But you were in much the same camp back then, Crow. Yeah, I'll plead guilty on that charge. Still, back then there was someone who shouldered even more of a load than me. Yeah. Doesn't look like President Gramhart has chosen to tread the path of self-destruction like he did. At the very least. But like Toa was getting at, I wish he'd share the truth with us. Because now more than ever, I feel like I'm ready to face it head on. I see. Well, like we did with the Radiant Wings 3 years ago, it seems our country will have to rely on you once more. Dear old Dad, yeah. At this point, I don't think the conversation is just limited to Calvert anymore, Mr. Rocksmith. We're all involved now. All of them and all of us. Indeed. Indeed. Be it those dwelling above the surface or below, in light or in shadow, we all share a collective aim in this instance. Still, one question is playing in my mind. How are we to act? It's an undeniable fact that Ikaruga is the strongest force in the east, and they'll use every tool and trick they know to block your way into Kunlun. Cutting a path through their defenses without your soldiers will prove a difficult task. Sucks to admit, but you've got a point. Though, the fact that you're here tells me you've got something up your sleeve. Those guys seem kind of average at first glance, but I can tell that couldn't be... Oh, that's Fee. Those guys seem kind of average at first glance, but I can tell that couldn't be further from the truth. If I recall correctly, the Elders have their own elite combat forces. And from what the others have told us, they've been active in Tharbad and Anchorville as well. Looks as though they've seen right through us. No doubt such sharp minds are imperative in the overcoming the Twilight. So, they changed their faces, huh? Ugh. Even knowing the trick doesn't make it any less freaky. Looks like you brought quite a few of them here. Indeed. We wish to uncover what secrets lie within the land of Kunlun. Though, while these men can fight on an even footing with a master, they would hardly prove a match against those who have surpassed that level. Tell me, how do you intend to deal with the legend that awaits you on the other side? While I intend to help, this is a situation that would give anyone pause. We will be up against a truly legendary martial artist, who's guarding a truth that could shake our understanding of the world as we know it. Yeah, and though we don't know this for sure, Shizuna could be there too. And you can bet your ass the guy with the giant shuriken and his pals are going to be lying in wait. Still, if we can, I want to make sure Reen can focus on his reunion with his master. Everyone.
Sounds like it was worth the hassle getting here. Doesn't matter who's along for the ride. I always do what I want.
Yo, is that a Jin and a Walter? I think I know who our two question marks were on the timeline chat.
Wait, Jin?
And look who else. It's the Wolfman we fought in the Garten.
Yeah, we kicked his ass.
Pardon us for the intrusion, Mr. President. Elder Gen. The dire wolf and the immovable. Haven't seen you two since the aftermath of last spring.
Why are you apologizing for coming into your own dojo, Jin? There's no need to stand on ceremony on my account. I'm the one imposing on you by staying here while it's not in use, after all.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No, sir. Don't be like that.
That's right. This place has been abandoned so long it doesn't even have a proper owner anymore.
I mean, it does. It's just he doesn't come here. You're a squatter, Mr. President.
Still, the fact that you two came together suggests you're just as close as ever.
Hell no. I just ran into him at the station. Trust me, it ruined my morning.
Yo, what's up, Walter? Yeah, fuck you.
Took the words right out of my mouth. But I gotta say, this place hasn't changed a bit.
It's been almost 2 years since I've been back.
Well, I try to stop by at least once a year.
The Taito school, huh? I heard they've got some bad blood between the three of them since the school's master died 12 years ago.
At Walter's hands, too.
I heard a little about it from Angie. Sounds like there was a lot going on.
You could say that, yeah.
But the fact that they're all here together now, maybe they've patched things up?
I don't know if I'd say that, but they've formed a truce?
Right then. Reen, Fee, Toa, Altina, Crow. Just so you're all aware, the Guild's reason for coming here is to find out the truth. Even if I can't help you out with the final battle waiting for you, I'll do everything I can to help you get there.
Are you sure? It'd be a huge help, but I wouldn't want to impose.
It's fine. Seems like he's already sorted everything out with Kilika. So, since Elaine's away at the moment, you're our backup, huh?
Hopefully she's headed over to Anchorville to be with her buddy Van.
Yep. Just like last year at Orasia. In order to get HQ to agree to send me here, I had to, finally take him up on their offer.
Yo, S-rank Bracer Jin the Immovable, chat.
For real?
Well, well. I'd say you're far overdue for the promotion.
So the scaredy cat who's been hiding in A rank is finally ready to take that S, huh? That's great news. It'll make it all the more satisfying when I crush you.
I could be a D rank and you still wouldn't have a chance.
Leon, even an unofficial S rank for forever now.
Yeah, basically.
Right. Both his skills and track record go way beyond your average A rank.
That aside, I made sure we've got 4 very capable bracers back in Edith to hold down the fort while I'm here.
4 very capable
One of them
bracers.
is none other than Guildmaster Evans. He was Cassius Bright Sr. back when he was starting out.
Yo, Cassius Bright's mentor. Damn, chat. I wish we were back in Edith right now.
Cassius is senior?
Arnold Evans, Guildmaster of the Bracers. I heard he's in his mid-50s now.
They say he's a refined gentleman whose strength is in a class of its own.
He helps out a lot of different NGOs as well.
Back when Cassius quit, he did everything he could to try and get him to reconsider.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds like this guy packs a punch. I'd love to take him on someday, but I've got my orders from the Society. Watch the Republic ram their blade right up into the heavens. Don't expect me to babysit you guys. Still, I might play with Ikaruga for a bit. Don't get a chance like this every day.
Good enough. Welcome to the team, Walter.
Just make sure your skills are up to snuff, or else I'll grab whatever it is you're looking for myself. Got it?
Don't worry. I'll make sure I'm up to the task. I'm the Divine Blade of Ash. It's time to prove to myself and to my master exactly what I'm capable of.
Attaboy.
Man, I've gotten the lowdown on him from McBurn, but let's just say I'm glad he's on our side.
Same. At least temporarily.
Perhaps we've scraped together a chance after all.
The mountain pass should be clear from noon onward. Just be careful making your way there.
That'll give us 1 hour to climb the
I won't
mountain
stray very far from town.
before the
But
launch.
I can at least back you up by operating the comms and such. After all, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't appreciate these people doing as they please in my backyard.
I agree with you there.
I abandoned this place years ago, but I should at least teach those scum not to trample the place with their dirty boots.
Thanks, Walter.
Yeah, you get him, pal.
On that note, everyone, you have my gratitude.
Thank you for everything you've done for us, Mr. Rocksmith.
Wonderful. Jin has temporarily joined the party with Walter accompanying as an active guest. Head to the mountain pass.
Never thought
Added.
I'd be working with you again. And here in Longlot, no less.
We just happen to be headed to the same place. That's all. Now that my junior has finally found his balls, I gotta keep him from screwing up again.
Trust me, I won't be letting my guard down. I've got a bloodthirsty wolf to keep in check.
Those two bicker like a couple of siblings. Still, there's no one better to have with us here.
Yeah. With them on our side, we should be able to overcome whoever tries to stop us.
Agreed. Also, why do you have new things?
My stuff can't be beat.
Can we open up your slots? We can. There's all of Jin's slots. Any new plugins? No.
I'll be waiting for you. My stuff can't be beat.
Oh, you probably have new weapons. No? I could, in theory, upgrade a Dragon Claw. However, upgrading the Dragon Claw would in fact just be weaker than what I already have.
I'll be waiting for you.
All right.
Jin's I found unlocked. Hey, there's another new scene right over here. Do I know you? Kaede? Oh, are you from abroad? I'm currently waiting for the person who I will watch the launch with. Or rather, that was the plan anyhow. Our agreed meeting time has passed, so it seems she bailed on me. I would have enjoyed being together for this moment, but this is just how she can be sometimes. I hope you will all be able to see the launch together with your loved ones. This young lady, she's leaving no openings. I feel like I should know her. Also, I see you. Hello there, Renton. What should I do? I can't handle this on my own. But it'd be difficult to call in any high-ranking bracers right now. It's a bracer? He seemed troubled about something. Is that Renton? He's pretty strong. Think something happened? What's going on, Renton? Fee? What are you doing in Longlai? Are these people... Wait, is that Jin? What in the world are you up to? Nobody told me there'd be any high-ranking bracers in Longlai, let alone Jin himself. So, Drusilla didn't spread the word after all. That's the old woman, all right. Some stuff came up. We're school friends of Fee's from the Empire. Sorry to change the subject, but something seems to be bothering you. Yeah, an unforeseen complication. Powerful monster has shown up near the waterfall. There's no way I can handle it by myself since I'm just a C-rank bracer, but I don't know how soon I can call in assistance. The way things stand right now, we'll have no choice but to suspend sightseeing activities around the waterfall. Bummer. But I got a better solution for you. Let us take it on. Yes, we have experience taking on one-in monsters for SPG cases. It'd be a huge help, but it's quite formidable. I'd feel bad asking you to take care of it. Good fate. You don't have to worry about it so much. You got Fee and I, and everyone else is plenty skilled too. It won't be any trouble for us. Yeah. Besides, we could use a good warm-up. In that case, then please, by all means. Just who is that person with Jin, anyways? Then it's settled. Right. We'll find an opportunity to defeat the one-in monster and ensure the waterfall remains safe for sightseers.
Let's 4SPG it up.
There's not any more side quests over here, are there? No, but there's a bonus scene back at the... Okay, there's a couple of bonus scenes. Let me go view those.
You, over there, come take a look.
Who's back here, huh, chat? Is Rocksmith? Oh, it's a grave. Ooh. Taito Schoolhead, Ryuga, Rorin. Hi, Yuki! How are you doing tonight? Or this morning for you. It's your morning. It's a little early, but I wanted to come and pay my respects, Master. Perhaps this is our Heavenly Mother's plan, but this year all three of us are back in our hometown at once. I'm sure it's because you guided us here, Master. Can't help but feel unworthy of this important task. But with you as my witness, I'll give everything I have to prove myself. Both as a practitioner of your Taito martial arts, and as a bracer. It's really been 12 years, old man. Never thought I'd show up like this. I'm just a beast now, and Taito is only one of my claws. I'll be honest, it's hard to believe I never realized you were performing so poorly back then. Now we've got the Heavens Drum. Just what can a beast who abandoned his home possibly accomplish in a place like that? You better watch from your side and find out just how your lazy-ass number 2 student turns out. Thank you for joining me in that moment of silence. Onward to the guild branch. It's afternoon now, understandable. I'm doing well. We are going a bit long tonight. Long time no see, Drusilla. Jin, yes. It has been a while. About a year, I think? Heard about your mission from HQ. Looks like you managed to meet up with some people from Thor's. Wait, it's you? What turn of events brought you here, Direwolf? Or should I say, Walter? Nothing interesting. I'm just joining in on a whim. Gotta say, I'm surprised you're still working here, old lady. Frankly, I'm not happy having him along. But our goals aligned in this, so we'll be helping Schwarzer out. I see. Even then, I still didn't expect you to show up here. Forget that you're an enforcer with Ouroboros. When I think about what happened back then. It's not that deep, I'm just here on a whim. May have abandoned my hometown, but this is still the place where I sharpen my fangs. Figured it was a good time to take a look around and pay my respects to the old man before we go stand witness. How admirable of you. Seems like you haven't changed your mind about what happened with Ryuga. Alright. If I recall, the head of the Taito school was killed. Yeah, I've got my guesses based on what I've heard from Jellica. Drusilla has contact with us in the Taito dojo back in the day as part of her guild receptionist work. I really owe her for all the work she's done for me over the years. She's even the one who pushed me to become a bracer. Is that right? To think my young man from way back then is going to be an S rank now. Seems recommending him was the right choice. Yeah, since it's come to that, I've decided to strengthen my resolve. 12 years ago, you all chose your own path. Yup, neither Kilika nor I regret our choices from back then. Though I can't say I know how things turned out for you after that. Yeah. You're only asking about that? Can't say it's an interesting story. I was just causing chaos in the East until the 5th Anguis took a shine to me. To put it in words you idealists would understand, I guess it was fate. 5th Anguis. I'd like to hear more someday. Anguis from Ouroboros? Not one we've heard about over the years. Even in the guild, we only know fragmented details about the 5th Anguis. At any rate, the situation we find ourselves in is unique, and both the guild and society will want eyes on it. You must both have your reservations, seeing as it takes place in the mountains behind your hometown. But that's exactly why both of you must make the most of the style and skills you've honed until now. Support the people of Thors. Make it to Kunlun. Watch events unfold and come back here together. You said it. I'll do what I have to do, both to repay my master and to make sure I don't put my new rank to shame. And even if I have to drag this guy with me, excuse me, Chad, I'll make sure we get back home together. Yeah. Just watch it, old lady. It'll exceed your expectations. Yours and the old man's. May you rest in peace. Those two have a relationship that's hard to put into words. But right now, nobody's more dependable than they are. That's a fair way to say it, chat. Then we might as well see if there's anything up on the roof now that Gien's not up here anymore. Answer, no. Longwai Pubu Pass Depths. There's our wanted monsters. Everybody at 200? They sure are. Let's fight it, chat. Only 476k? I thought they were gonna give me a challenge, chat.
Mirage, Rain, defending. All you now. Incoming.
Orion.
CP regen, yes please.
Help me, Clumsilies. Remedy-san.
Thanks. Not bad.
Ready to go. Get them.
Attack and arc damage up.
As your resonance. Get in there, Reen. You're mine. I'm up.
Come on, let's go.
We'll go with a speed surge, which isn't as good.
Roar. 1, 2, 3. Slice. Don't bother.
That strength in spades.
Prepare.
Beginning mission. Go.
We've seen these so many times today.
You're mine.
Roar. 1, 2, 3. Slice. Finish them, Crow.
Allow me.
Gunning it to the max. Let it rip. Sweet dreams. Guarding up. Get in there, Reen.
You're mine.
Like Tachi's ash itself.
I do wish that I could bring in like my garden party, but I get why I can't.
Action slash. Luminous flux. Don't bother.
Ooh, the cap off your boost gauge.
Ooh, not insight. It's earth and water.
Cypher, activate.
Let's go with Ivy Frost. Good job, Walter. Just don't miss through the insight.
My turn. Initiating drive.
Black Tentacle.
Come on, certain arts will be more effective.
Yeah.
That strength in spades. Prepare. Beginning mission. Go. I'm defending.
Boost gauge expanded.
Rude.
Now, bear down on them.
Thanks. Not bad.
Let's try to whale.
I'll cover you. I will not fight.
23k in one hit, not bad. Shit.
Leave it all on the table. Gunning it to the max.
We've only seen this one like maybe 2 times tonight, so that's fine.
Sweet dreams. Guarding up.
About time I end your misery. Cough it up!
What's wrong? Scared? Push it to the limit.
No, we need C boost to get her through that.
Time for cleanup.
Whale.
Jackpot incoming.
Cannot quite fit Reen into this. That's fine. He'll just sit out. I know he's like my biggest damage dealer, so I would really like him to be affected by damage up, but he'll just have to live without it.
Never fear. My mind is clear.
Time to crack the whip. You're mine.
Don't bother. Follow my lead, Fee.
Let's wrap this up.
Keep your focus.
Just making sure there's nothing I haven't already eaten.
Stall him and make up your mind.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Ow. Only 76,000 HP left.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
You're mine.
You're mine.
Secret technique. Six-fold gales. Don't bother. Follow my lead, Fee. Prepare.
Your turn
That'll
is
do
up.
it.
Accelerate. I'm Smite. Defending. Close it out, Crow.
I didn't realize the Crow was going to be able to finish that off. I thought Rean was going to need to come in.
Think I can make a job well done, everyone.
Got a Burning Blood accessory. Okay.
All right, let's go.
I know I told Chris that I would try to push to the end of the chapter. But frankly, I don't know how much more I can go right now. It's like 11:30. I don't necessarily need to be up, but I am getting tired enough that I just kind of want to call it there. Let me quick double check that there's no actual new scenes here.
One bit. Old Ryuga used to drag us here from time to time.
Yep. Went all out whenever there was something to celebrate, too. Maybe taking a dip before we head out wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Be quite the good idea. Phew. I don't know if it's proper to do this so many times this early in the morning. You're only saying that now? You addict. Hey, you guys are both from Longlai, right? I'm glad I did this. The hot spring water here is simply superb. Seriously, well, it doesn't beat my hometown. Ha! Ymir, was it? Sounds like I ought to make the trip. Why, wait. Quit your dawdling and take advantage of your new rank. They'll be flying you all over the place soon enough, even outside the Republic. Unless you're as immovable as your nickname implies, then maybe that'd be too much trouble. Huh. Guess I've got no choice but to accept it, even if you're the one who's saying so. But only so that I can keep kicking the ass of a guy who's finally starting to face the past. Why, you. Gah, these old guys are too much trouble. I agree, but are you and I really in a position to criticize them? Don't bring logic into this.
What's that I hear? A pair of overgrown boys unversed in hot springs etiquette?
Hi, Kilika. Kilika?
Honestly, of all the places to make a scene, you dare choose Hekizanru. Surely you haven't forgotten the debt of gratitude we owe for their hospitality during our youth. Have you?
The old man really brought us here a couple of...
Don't get lippy with me.
Yes, ma'am. Just what I'd expect from Angie's teacher. Toa, did you really need to bring the glasses into the bathtub? Yes, Jin. You didn't take them off of me. These were an accessory, not a part of my default costume. All right. Would it be correct to say that she's the strongest practitioner of the Taito school? Well, you're not entirely wrong. After that, Rean, Crow, and the uncomfortable Jin and Walter met up with Kilika and the others for a break. When they said their goodbyes to Kilika, who had politely greeted the staff before resuming their activities. Okay, so there was a scene in there.
So many people.
Okay, as I was starting to say, I don't think I can go much further right now. I'm getting tired and would like to go to bed. Let's go look for a good raid target after I save in front of the garden entrance in the hopes that I actually will go and finish the garden. Francie! Hello? Have a wonderful day. I don't know how long you've been lurking, but if you just got here, I'm sorry to hit you with the hi-bye. But I do need to start thinking about going to bed because I'm just getting tired. Sleep well, I will. I certainly will. What's Yena up to? Karaoke? Or as they would call it in Japan, karaoke. Which probably isn't perfect pronunciation, whatever. That part's not relevant, chat. You know what? Let's raid Rascal again. Just while he's still playing Final Fantasy VII. You have a good one, Yuki. As always, those of you who are sticking around for the raid can use these 2 raid messages to go and show a little bit of love. That being said, I am going to go show my bed a little love. You all have a fantastic night. Bye, chat.